definitely. Hey, what it do, player? What it do? What it do? All right, we back up in here, man. We in there like swimwear.
Hello.
All right. I am joined by my road dog.
What's going
My
on, yo?
my main piece right here, man. Everybody keep kind of stealing from me. I was like, but still, I love that because everybody, it's like, hey, it's like Caanan, they want you, and I'm like, look, I don't have no paperwork with Caanan, man. We just doing this out of love, man.
Yeah.
Real talk. That's why, that's one thing I've always loved about the way me and you collaborate, man. So what's going on, Brian? How you doing? But yeah, man, we just rock with each other. That's what I like about it. So,
Yep.
well, what are you going to be drawing for us today? Matter of fact, let me put this on you so I don't get yelled at. They like to see you when you're doing your thug fizzle. So let me get there.
Let me see here. Let me see here. I'm trying to think. It's funny because I'm like, what am I going to do? I mean, I can work on a page, I guess. Work on a page. I usually try to do stuff to kind of get myself in the zone. So,
well, I mean, if you want to do another warm up or something, do a warm up. I mean, we just gonna rap while you draw.
That's what's up.
So let's.
And this isn't anybody in particular yet, but I'm sure Antonio will turn her into somebody.
Yeah. I actually think I could use some. I definitely could use that young lady. I think she works with what I'm trying to do.
I'm gonna label her a mystery woman.
That could actually be maybe Roxanne. That could be Roxanne Monet.
Roxanne.
I want to be your man. But yeah, that could definitely be Roxanne Monet because I wanted her to have like I definitely wanted her to have that kind of hip style. I want her to be a fashionista.
Nice. I'll ink this if it's cool. I'll just ink Snake Eyes here. That'd be something fun.
Oh,
quick.
Okay. Little inking. All right, let's get it, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey to the chat. Hey.
Hey, everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining in, watching Antonio's channel here, Ikari Press.
Yeah.
Doing what we do.
Faux shizzle my nizzle.
No, but yeah, man. So,
by the way, I love the page you gave me this morning. It was fantastic.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. That was fun to do.
That's a good page. I'm actually the next two pages. I'm really excited to see because that's the next two pages. Oh, the next two pages I'm really excited about. So I just so wait a minute. So when you set this up here, you just obviously you outlined it or set it up, getting what, like you set it up with the blue outline or whatever.
Like it basically you can turn on the blue filter because if I turn off the blue, it'll actually just be grayscale. I'll show you in a minute. Let me see here. I'm on this layer down here where it says 40, and I can turn off that, and that's actually what it looks like.
Okay, I see.
So this is the extent of my pencil work, pretty much. Like if I for digital pencils, that's pretty much how loose it is. And then I go in and actually embellish and add more stuff as we go along. So, but I can turn that blue line back on. So that allows me to kind of get almost like my comic boards because they automatically come with that blue line effect. So, yeah, and just go over, man, and start kind of change the opacity. So okay.
Let's see. Kagan DR, what's up with Indicron and Doug? Hey, I don't want to touch that because I know Edwin and them they're about to make an announcement, so I don't want to be talking out of school. The one of the privileges of having access is sometimes you hear things that you would not normally hear in normal conversation. So when you hear those things, you don't go around just randomly repeating things without, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, having the authorization kind of.
Yeah. So there's some things were said on stream, but that's what it is. So like I know they're about to make an announcement, so I'll let them make that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Doug feels a certain type of way, but he is very supportive of the people that are making the announcement. So we'll just let it be like that. So, let's see here, Brian. Brian says, Caanan, do you have a sensor pad or a mouse during these pieces?
I am using the iPad Pro, so I guess it's sensor pad if you want to call it, the digitizer thing. So yeah, it's an iPad Pro. Yeah, it's hard to do stuff like work like that with a mouse. I knew an artist; he's pretty known. Everybody knows. His name is Chamba, or also Jeff Cruz. Amazing illustrator. Works for Udon, Capcom, all that stuff, man. But he used to do all his work digitally with a mouse.
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't know how he did that, dude. And it was amazing. I was like, dude, you did this with the what? He's like, yeah, with the mouse. Because he didn't have a Wacom at the time. And so he wasn't even using.
So he didn't even have a pad to draw with, or did he just?
He drew it. Yeah, he may have done it traditionally, scanned it in, but then he digitally colored it with the mouse. And I was just like, wow, that's something. Because the mouse is very unforgiving, and it's not definitely not the best in regards to user friendliness. So, but for him to achieve what he did with the mouse, I was just like, wow, it's crazy. He was a beast, though. He's definitely one of my favorite artists, illustrators. Yep. So, but yeah, to answer your question, I'm using an iPad.
Yep. But you did not use an iPad when you drew my birthday present.
Has everybody's seen it?
Not.
They've seen it, right?
I don't know if everybody's seen it. I know some people have seen it. I mean, it's been tweeted out and stuff.
Just in case nobody has, bring up. Where is it? There it is. The one and only David Craven.
And yeah, I've shown that to a couple people, and they are like,
yeah, this is gonna be fun to actually finalize, man.
Oh man,
have Icarus lay his magic, grace it with his presence.
Yes, and he definitely wants to do that. So
yeah,
I am very excited.
I'm so glad, man. That dude, shout out to Icarus, man. Dude, you are a monster. You are. We got our own Kyle. You know, we got our version of Kyle Critter, I guess that's what it goes by on Twitter. Yeah, that dude's a beast too. So
it's beautiful, man. So I definitely I love it, man. It's just great.
Yeah, it's I'm actually gonna do this one relatively quick. That's what's cool about working with like a lot of solid darks and stuff. You can kind of fill in things a lot quicker. Weldon does a good job at that too.
I love Matt's work. Yes. I'm like a big fan of his work.
Shout out to Matt, man. You always push the envelope, and every time I'm drawing a quarter, man, you're definitely the one I'm looking to really make sure I bring my A game against, man, because his stuff. Even his Batman, man, I know he was talking about the 4 eyes and stuff, but at the end of the day, like his final, when he actually sold it on the auction, man, he fixed a lot of that. But it was amazing. It's almost, his style almost reminds me of I mentioned the other guy, but he also had Adam Hughes. Over to Adam Hughes.
Ooh, love Adam Hughes.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, Adam Hughes is great, man.
Yeah, I think he does everything himself too. He does all the inks and colors and all that stuff. So, yeah. Well, that is cool. Thanks, Fat Andy. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, man. So maybe expound a little bit, man, on the way of the gun. For those that are probably listening, I'm sure you talked a lot about it, but just go, probably even go into some detail as far as like what key characters you like who are going to show up, and why is it the way of the gun? I'm curious.
Well, I don't want to say. Don't want to say why it's the way of the gun. But
any hits?
Well, me.
It's me.
No, what was talking about? Well, it's not. But yeah. Well, hello, Ryan Cardinal. He sent his regards to myself and to you, Caanan.
What's going on, Ryan? How you doing, man? Thank you.
Yeah.
Good day, man. It's I like just doing stuff. It's funny. You forget how much. I remember Mike was asking me, saying, "Are you just creating fresh art for the auction?" I was like, "Man, yeah," but at the same time, man, it gets me into the traditional stuff, man. I actually didn't realize how much I missed it until I started doing it again. And I remember you told me that years ago. And he's like, "Bro, you need to start to."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it." But then it was like, "Let's see, I listen." That's how I listen.
It took you a little while, but yeah, it took you a little while, but yeah.
But
yeah,
it does. Keeps you fresh, man, and keeps everything. Keeps your creativity, man. I think that you can kind of switch up. And like the ultimate goal is always to have my really pencils and inks look identical. Like you can't really tell a difference, or if it is, it's very, very subtle. Mark Brooks is a good one that's kind of bridged that gap.
I love Mark Brooks.
Yeah, anything he does, man, like I said, is like a visual tutorial on what to do. It's like, yep, I'm gonna pull some of that. I'm gonna learn that. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah, okay. With hands like this. Some people just get it, man. Like the anatomy and stuff. It's like they don't have any issues. Like it just works. Oh man, that's what I want. Flawless, sweatless. But it takes time, man. I remember watching him when he was on on DeviantArt. I think he may still be on there, but he went by Diablo or something. I can't remember his actual handle on there. But I mean, I remember being blown away by his stuff back in like 08 and 2006. I've been watching Mark's stuff for a long time.
Do you got any of your old stuff that was just trash or wasn't as good? Because I need to see some old Caanan before you quite got your style right.
Do I? Actually, I could actually show it on camera. Hold on.
Oh yeah. That's what I want to see. I want to see old Caanan is not quite as good as he is now.
Vintage. Give me a second.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep this stuff as a reminder, man. This is my go-to. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna switch my camera here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I'm gonna take it off of this real quick and I'll switch my camera to the actual live camera so people actually see me. See. Let's see here.
Kagan DR, why Antonio? Why is your shipping so cheap? It's a little higher on the bigger things. I think it might bite me in the ass on the international, but I was naive. I guess when we get into the shipping process, it will. But the good thing is the majority of the backers are in the U.S. Thank the Lord. So,
All right, man. So,
oh hey Ben, Ben, are you working or what's going on? Oh,
yeah, is he home?
Yeah, I'm like, if you home, let me know. I'll drop that link to you, baby.
Digital webbing, yes. He got some old digital webbing stuff. That's what's up. Yeah, if he's in, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, oh, you at work? Damn, all right, man.
Yo, let's catch you at the wrong time, man. All right, so I'll just show you this. This was 95. This is 95. So, 1995, man. So I was in high school. This was my junior year. So I'm not sure if y'all can see this. Classic.
Oh wow. Okay. I see.
Yeah, I was playing with markers and like a cut around the edges, man, to add ambiance to Batman.
Now, when did you do this?
95, man.
95. Okay.
Yeah.
I was 2 years out of high school.
Yeah. So yeah, it was my junior year. So that trying to see get some of my old. I got old. Not like a ton, but just trying to find the real old stuff. See, oh yeah, it lets you know. I'm back in. Check this out. we cut this out, man. Hey, remember that?
I do indeed.
Control.
Now I'm all on up.
Yes.
Whoo, whoo.
Yes. I got some of my brother stuff in here too. He was an artist too. He would draw.
How many brothers you got?
Just one. I'm the youngest. Yep.
Yeah, I'm the youngest too. I'm definitely the youngest.
Some Liefeld influence there. Those the feet.
Oh, gotcha. What is that?
He was like a mystic ninja, man. I don't even know. He had a shrine weapon.
He was just coming up with shit.
I think I probably watched that Turtles in Time, the third one. Now the guy in the middle is actually the original picture on this one, but everyone on the outside is I redrew the same face like 2 or 3 times. So.
Well.
The thighs.
Hey, but this is where you start, man. Oh yeah, the thighs definitely. Yeah, it look like some battle making knuckle bomb thighs right there.
Hey man, that was everything has a beginning, man. I'm trying to find this was 94. I did my version of like a revamp of Gambit. Yeah. So yeah, man. Let's try to find something even older here. Oh my Avengers with them Thunder Thighs again. My version of Avengers here.
Okay, that's not horrible.
Right.
It's not. No, it's not horrible.
Oh, here's this one. I was 12 for this. I'll show you. This is right after the movie, I think. Yeah, 12 years old here.
Oh, the Michael Keaton.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So they were advertising a whole bunch of like Batman posters.
12 years old.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Okay.
I think I was probably about the same. And I was a little older. I was messing with paints, so I was probably like 14. Yes. I did a lot of Batman. That's crazy because I'm a Superman fan. I didn't realize I had a lot of Batman. Like I said, it was based off the piggybacking off the movie. So yeah. Oh man, Ninja Turtles. Yeah, man. Here's let's see. Yeah, I used to do a ton of anime type stuff.
Oh wow. Okay, so you got like the manga stuff.
Yeah.
No Dragon Ball, none of that
No,
stuff.
I did my own. I made my own characters and stuff, man. But it was based on that '90s anime, so I was like influenced by like Fatal Fury and
Ninja Scroll.
Yeah, Ninja Scroll. All of that.
Love Ninja Scroll, man.
Oh man, dude.
Ninja Scroll is my shit.
I think they're the same people that did Hunter D. Bloodlust. Same animators.
I had to buy Ninja Scroll on DVD. I had to get it, man. So
yeah, Ninja Scroll is that's the stuff, man. That's a staple anime.
I keep seeing there's these little box sets of Ronin Warriors on Amazon, but they're all regular DVD. I want Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. Do they have it on Blu-ray?
Nah, it's so far I've seen it's just all like I said, it's the full set, but it's all DVD. I want Blu-ray. I want Blu-ray. I just want to lay back in the cut and enjoy it, man. So
that's I was 12 here. That's Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I never forget when I come into that first level, man.
Dude, that is still probably like the hardest game. You had no save spots.
Yeah, and I mean, but I beat it. I think I beat it 7 times. I beat Ninja Gaiden 7 times, too. It was hard every time, though. Every time I beat it, it was still hard. Even that time, it wasn't like how a game is hard. Then you learn how to beat it, and then you can just beat it every time. Nope. I couldn't say that with Ninja Gaiden, man. Every time I went to Ninja Gaiden, it was like, oh man, it was hard. I was like, oh man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I will say I'm glad you didn't add that female Ninja Turtle that they tried to add in the early 2000s. Whatever.
Yeah, that was a TV show. This was based off of the movie. Yeah, that TV Lynx, or what's her name? Link. What was her name?
I can't remember that Ninja Turtle, that chick, man. I was like, but yeah, I noticed that she's been mysteriously erased from history.
Good riddance. I mean, it was corny, dude.
Well, I mean, that's just added. That's inserting social justice into.
I mean, it just didn't. Yeah, it was weird. You know, it was just like, oh. But
Thank you, Gigasoft. Thank you, Gigasoft. Something for the collection plate. Easy fellas. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you.
So one of my early attempts at a comic.
I was like, man, that's gonna be but I mean, I guess you would have to blow that up, and I don't know.
It was bad. It was bad. It was like 3 parts. Yeah, and so many typos in here, dude. It's like
well, you still do the typos now, so
see, we didn't have autocorrect then.
Yeah, you the typo king, bro. I be getting messages from this dude, and it's like hieroglyphics, and I be having to, I had to fix them, I had to figure it out.
Hey, what did he say? Yeah,
but you know what? You've been, me and you've been talking so long now that when you send me the messages, I just kind of have my Caanan deciphering tool now, and I can figure out what you're saying.
Well, that's why I'm like, you know what I'm talking about. So Ninja Turtles still around the time of the movie. So what? 94? When did the movie come out? 92. The original Ninja Turtles movie, somewhere around there.
Well, the first one I thought came out around 89 or so.
Was it?
Then, no, the second, or maybe 1990. But I was like, the second one definitely came out around 91, 92 because Vanilla Ice was still popping. Yikes. And they did that Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. Yes, yeah, that was, I remember that Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
Yeah. It's a travesty.
Yeah,
I think so. Ninja. So I guess this was 89 then, man. 89, 90. When I did this. That's based off the originals.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to look up the first Ninja Turtles because I know the second one, like I said, was like 92 or so, 91, 92.
Mm-hmm. This was actually based off the graphic novel versions.
So I was like,
a lot grittier and mean, and there's so much. I'll show you something my brother did real quick.
So your brother draws?
Yeah, he used to. He did this.
Okay, the first one's 1990. Secret of the Ooze, 91.
Okay.
And Turtles in Time, 1993.
Turtles in Time is bad.
So they were definitely shooting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in like 88, 89 then.
Right.
They put it out. Yeah, they put it out for the summer of 1990.
I
remember going to the movie theater to see Teenage, and I'm talking about when I went in there was not an empty. Know it's bad when the usher had to come in with a flashlight to see if he got empty seats in there. And, because you know how people sit down and they try to they come in a group and then they'll be like, I'm gonna sit down there, like move down 2 seats and let somebody else sit down.
Right.
And they was coming in like this. They were like, hey, can you guys clump back up together? Because they was trying to sell every seat in the house, man.
Can't blame them, man. That movie was hot. I mean, it was hot. I mean, it was like,
yeah, the first one especially.
Yes,
I was digging the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
when they did the advertisement, man. You actually saw, when they're coming through the manhole and you didn't see all of them yet. It's just like that teaser, man. I was like, oh my gosh, they're real. Yeah, that's still my favorite. That actually is that's the design. Whenever I draw them, that's the versions I use.
Did you ever play Injustice 2 when they added the turtles to it? Because I actually thought the way they handled the turtles was kind of cool.
I actually played the Injustice, I didn't actually see the part of when the turtles actually came out. I didn't actually get that one, but.
Oh, I'm about to say when you come down, I guess you'll have to hit that. Yeah, because I got I bought the Ultimate Edition. It's got all the characters unlocked. So
yes, and that has an armor on it too, doesn't it? Like all the armors. And stuff.
It's got you gotta get all the different weapons, and they got a legendary. But depending on the way they did theirs was because they've got character skins. So like you could take Flash, and then I bought the Yellow Flash skin. So they had I think they got 2 or 3 different Yellow Flash skins. So you switch it out, and they also have the original Flash skin where you can go, which I can't remember the Jay Garrick. Yeah, so you can switch out. So I got 2 Jay Garrick skins and like 2 Yellow Flash skins, and then a shit ton of Flash armors, which whenever you put the armor on, even if you're wearing the skin, it'll just increase your stats or whatever.
Okay.
And then, so it won't affect that, but it'll just be showing the skin. And then I generally leave my skin on the Green Lantern. I leave mine on John Stewart because I love John Stewart.
Gotcha.
And they use the voice actors from the TV cartoons and stuff.
Yes.
So yeah, so it's the same cartoon. I was like, I love the Justice League cartoons. So Jon Stewart, I was like, so you hear that voice, and obviously he's also the voice of Aquaman. So, but yeah, they got Aquaman, Black Manta in there,
Nice.
Dark Side, Superman and Bizarro. It's like I got my Bizarro skin. I had to unlock it.
Nice.
So yeah, I got my Bizarro skin. Bizarro am #1. So
I love, man, how they did Brainiac, dude.
Oh, I thought Brainiac. I've noticed when people have tried to use him in like some of those tournaments that I be watching, he has some flaws, but he looks like he's like overpowered.
Yeah, he does.
You fight him as a boss, but it seems like the characters I see people using a lot when they're in the tournaments are like those quicker characters like Black Canary, Black Canary, Harley Quinn. I see a lot of people, they'll be eating you up with Harley Quinn. That guy that guy Sonic Fox, he had a real nasty Joker. He had a real nasty Mr. Freeze or Captain O. It was like he'll put that Mr. Freeze skin on there, but I mean he does it with Captain Cold. I mean it's the same character. This Captain Cold needs to put the skin on it. But I mean I don't have a problem with Captain Cold, but I'm a Mr. Freeze fan. So whenever you see mine, it's always locked on. It's always
Freeze.
Locked. Yeah, because Mr. Freeze is one of my favorites, so I always leave it on him.
Nice.
But yeah, his Joker's nasty. Like I said, the Captain Cold is nasty. I mean, I've just seen, he played. Especially when the game first came out, they had Deadshot, and Deadshot was like stupid overpowered.
Really?
I mean, he had he was just he had so many combinations and mix up and everything. It was just they kind of nerfed him a little bit. So I noticed people stopped using him the same way. But when the game first came out, everybody was playing Deadshot. He was like, he throw you in there. I mean, he was everywhere. He can hit you from a distance. He can hit you close up. He got throw you in the air, hit you, bam, bam. I mean, he just had so many different things he could do.
Nice.
It was hard to beat him. And Black Adam was like that. And they kind of tweaked Black Adam too. Black Adam and Deadshot were probably the two most powerful characters in the game as far as mix up. Now, I saw someone and they had mastered Firestorm. And if you know how to use Firestorm, or you could do some damage. I found some of the combinations and the moves are difficult to pull off.
Okay.
So it'll be that kind of thing. But also I love Gorilla Grodd, and I've only seen a couple of people that can fight with Gorilla Grodd because I tried learning some of his moves, and it's just you gotta really know how to move that joystick, man, because you got a lot of
chain combos.
Yeah, but I mean just pulling off basic moves, reverse back and then hit this and that, and I'm like, yeah, but if you can pull it off though, he can do some incredible. I mean, I watched a bunch of these fighting channels on YouTube, man, where he's like, all right, I'm gonna do some stuff with Gorilla Grodd today. And I was like, these guys are just elite level fighting, man. Let's see. Kagan DR, do you play other fighting games? I've got Dragon Ball Fighters, but
I actually like that one.
I think it's really good, and I've been seeing some of the fighting channels I follow. They've been showing the Power Rangers game. I don't know if I want to get into that yet because it looks okay. I mean it's Bandai, the same people that did the Dragon Ball, but it just looked like it's the same game except it's got Power Ranger people in it and stuff.
So the fighting game too, the Power Ranger game.
Yeah. It's like I think it's like 3-on-3.
Oh,
like
okay.
You pick 3. Yeah, they got all the different. They got different suits and all this, and then like your power up is like your Zord or whatever. Yeah, I just seen some of the videos, man. I was like, it looked okay. Let me see, Ben Jones. I'm a Street Fighter guy myself. Even used to go to tourneys with that guy. Oh yeah, we can get it in if it's Street Fighter 2. We can get it in all day. That's like Hadouken, Shoryuken. I was like, yeah, because I'm definitely waiting. I'm gonna wax Caanan when he come through on his Street Fighter 3.
Yeah. Who do you use?
I like Ryu.
You can't use Ryu. That's me. No.
Yeah, I like Ryu.
Yeah, that's always my quick standby, man. Him or Ken, but I usually go Ryu first.
I'm a Ryu down. I'm gonna fire up that dragon punch on that ass.
Or pin people in the corner with the Hadouken.
Yeah, we were playing. I was playing. There's a buddy of mine, Frank. He lives in Memphis. He was down here going to MTSU, and he was doing a lot of the local tournaments and just greasing folks. Man, it was unreal. Wow. And I was talking shit to him. I was like, bro, I can play Street Fighter 2 and stuff. And I said, I also got this Street Fighter 3. He's like, oh, you got Street Fighter 3? Which version? And and I was like, I looked on because I got it on my main emulator, and he picked. It was like the Street Fighter 3 Second Contact, I think, and he picked that English boxer guy Dudley.
Oh yeah, with the hair, the curl.
Dude, he beat the living brakes off of me. It was like I had never played the game before, and I was hitting him with all my best moves. He was just like, pow, 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 and just waxing me, and I was just like, I mean, we probably had. I mean, I played him for a couple hours. We probably did like 35, 40 matches.
Yes.
And I think I won like 2. He was killing me. I was like, but he said, are you getting upset or you want to quit? And I was like, he's so good though. He was so good. I was just like, but I'm like, he be winning tournaments around here though. So I was
so it's always hard, man, playing them Muslim, man. They literally eat, sleep, and breathe these games.
Yeah.
Like, dang. Like our brother, man, he's got every system, I think. And it's all and it's incarnations. I'm like, dang.
Bro.
He's like, yeah, man, I got a pill. I think he just picked up a PS4 Pro.
Yeah, I mean, it was shocking to watch him have that kind of skill though, because I was normally I would be having, a bunch of people would come over and we would be playing and I would be whooping everybody's ass.
You're right.
And all of a sudden it was like I was a noob, man. I was like, what? These are basic. What? I was like, I mean, and the worst thing to me, the humiliation is to get when people get perfect on you. I was like, you might beat me, but you're not going. Yeah. And I was like, and he got a couple of perfects on me. And I was just like, and even some of the other matches where he didn't get a perfect, I only got like just a barest little tick of just a sliver
of his power.
Yeah, just a sliver. Like I would, I'd be sitting there, I was like, and I'd get like a quick little shot, and then he would just destroy me. And then, because the Dudley at the end, when he wins, he would like come and he'd get a cup of tea, like a little ladder, like, and he'd go and just slip on his tea. And I'll be like, oh, that is so humiliating. But yeah, he was killing me in Street Fighter 3.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, this is not good, man. Let's see. Oh, Ben says I like he says he can he's all Ken, which I like. My brother liked Ken, but then he started playing with Guile too. He liked Guile. Let me see. And he says, I do like Adon in Street Fighter Alpha. A lot of people like Adon in Street Fighter Alpha. Well,
he's kind of like a Sagat-ish. Like, I don't say
hey, they done hooked in the new Street Fighter, they done hooked like a character like Zangief. They hooked like Street Fighter 4 and 5, Zangief, if you know how to get all those close throws and stuff.
Right.
My God. He's like, pure power. And he's like, pow, just drilling folks, man. I was like, yo, what was that? I was just like, pure power. I mean, I watch, man, some of these, I'm trying to remember what this guy's name is, because he's like, because they rank you not only by your overall online rank, but they rank you by character. So you may not be the number 1 player in the world, but you could be the number 1 ranked Ken in the world. Does that make sense? So
well,
but I mean that's how they you can be ranked by character and
that's cool.
So yeah, so you were like, okay, I'm the number one Honda player in the world, So there's a guy that was like number one Balrog, and I actually think his name in the game is like something Balrog. Cause I be watching him on that dude is badass, and he Balrog with the boxing gloves and all that. And I mean he'll just get in there. I was like, cause I use the truck Balrog every time I would fight Balrog in Street Fighter 2, but this dude's skill level to take that kind of time to learn to master a character like that, man, incredible.
See,
incredible.
man, that's one of them people, probably a professional gamer.
Yeah. All the tournaments. I'm talking flying all over the country, all over the world.
That's nice.
And these guys making a couple $100,000 a year going to these tournaments, man.
Yep.
I didn't know you could make that kind of money, man.
Yeah,
I was just like,
they got a card that proves that they're certified and like the whole league thing and everything, man. So,
well, there's a one guy that I used to really, he's still, because he actually had retired and he came back. A guy named Daigo Umanara. That dude is incredible. He don't want so many damn. He was at one time. I saw he was like Street Fighter. He won in like Street Fighter 4, and he won in like Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3.
Nice.
He won the world championships in both of them, man. And I was just like, yeah, Beast Daigo, man. I was like, shit, I fuck with his game. His game was on fleek, man.
Nice.
And I was like, there's a pretty famous Street Fighter video that he was in where I think it's Street Fighter 3, and he parried dude like 10 times. He was down to his last sliver of energy, and he managed to parry the guy like 10 times and ended up winning the tournament. And it was unreal what he did. I had to send it to you. It's like so many people have tried to copy what he did because he had to have precision with the parry. It was like parry, 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 and then he just blah, 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 and he managed to light him up. And I was like, that video on you, there's somebody put it up on YouTube. And that video's been watched like 10, 11 million times.
Some people, man, just have like excellent reflexes when it comes to counters and stuff like that, dude. It's like it's just hard to beat them. Did you ever get into Tekken?
I've played Tekken a little bit. It's but then they got Frank. That was one thing Frank played. He played Street Fighter Cross Tekken. He played that Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and he loved that, man. I was just like, I played like Capcom versus SNK, and they got like 1 and 2 of that. And
I like SNK characters.
Because that's the thing, I had to show you my MAME. I got a bunch of games on my computer. You'd have to play MAME with me or something because I got like 700 games on my MAME emulator.
Yes.
So I thought about doing like streams with it or something like that, but I'd have to. Because I got all the I'm talking about all the old arcade games from like the 80s and 90s, like
yes, Battle Axe.
Yeah. You mean Golden Axe? Yeah, Golden Axe.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the 4-player Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Final Fight.
Nice.
The Simpsons.
What was that? You remember? Oh man, what was it called? Pit Fighter.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh man, with the actual that was it.
And the other game where it was Primal Rage, where they had the dinosaurs.
Yes.
And then the little humans would be kind of running, little cave people. They would be running in fear, and then like you could like bend down and eat them real quick and get a power up.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like,
was that Rampage? Is that something where you're the ape and the?
Yeah, well, I got Rampage and Super Rampage, whatever the hell, where they added the other, because first it was just 2 characters, and they added a werewolf in it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But but definitely Rampage. Yeah, Rampage. But Primal Rage, where they had the dinosaurs fighting each other, that was I don't know. They need to. I think they were trying to do a remaster. Right? It was an Atari game. It was Atari, but just like Pit Fighter. Pit Fighter was Atari too. And
originally, really?
I thought that was an Atari game. I have to look. maybe it was. Maybe I might have that wrong, but I thought it was. I'm saying it was. I'm talking about Atari Arcade, not Atari like Atari 2600.
Right. This company.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about the company, not the actual system.
Yeah. Because they were developing. All the different. But I thought it was. Atari that put out Pit Fighter. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to. I'm in the process. Google is my friend, and yeah, Pit Fighter Arcade. And 19. Yeah, it is. Pit Fighter's a 1990 arcade fighting game by Atari Games.
Wow.
Notable for its early use of digitized live actors, the Japanese arcade release was published by Konami. But yeah, in the States, it was put out by Atari. That's why I was like, I thought it was Atari.
Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't remember. I didn't know, but there's a lot of the games, man. A lot of these companies have so many games out.
Yeah, Capcom. Oh, yeah. What about what was it? X-Men: Children of the Atom, which I had that on Sega Saturn, but I played that in the arcade, and I beat the game with every character, man. I beat the game with every character, dude. I was talking with every character, including because they in the home version they had you can unlock Akuma. Yeah, they put a code. You can put a code in, and it would be Akuma would unlock. And let's see. Oh yeah, Geek Out Loud, Killer Instinct. Ultra combo.
Ultra.
Yeah. Killer Instinct was they've tried to. I've noticed that they've had like some downloads of like Killer Instinct, whatever. But I thought Killer Instinct was fun, so I'm surprised that Nintendo
they made a remake.
They did do it. That's why I was like, because it was like Killer Instinct Gold or whatever. Mortal Kombat 3 and all that. Like I said, there's so many different games on my emulator. You have to check it out.
You gonna get the new Mortal Kombat 11?
Mortal Kombat 11 is dope, man, but it's literally Injustice. It's the same game. It looks like it's Injustice. It's got all the different.
Yeah.
It's Injustice. That's what it looks like. But I mean, it was made with the same fighting engine, just like because they used what was it? MKX. Is the same fighting engine, and they say, okay, because the first Injustice game, they didn't quite do it like that. They used a different fighting engine, and they said whatever. It's the Unreal Engine, if I'm not mistaken.
Engine is a beast.
And then they did MKX. They had MK9, they had Injustice, and then MKX came out, and they had that fighting engine. They said, okay, well, let's take that same fighting engine, and when we do Injustice 2, we'll use so it works. So I mean, when I look at MKX and MK11, pretty much same fighting, but
right. Just added characters and some tweaks.
Yeah.
To the fighting mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, but all the videos I've seen on MK11, it's Injustice 2, man. It's literally Injustice 2 with different, except it's got fatalities. Babalities or whatever, and all. I'm assuming friendships, because friendship, all that kind of stuff. So
it's crazy. It's just the history of gaming, man. It's like my gosh.
Yeah, my nephews. I try to tell, although it's crazy. I only got one nephew that's not grown now, because my other two nephews, and my middle nephew's 19. My oldest nephew was 20. Well, he's 25, be 26 in July. I'm like, so wait a minute. I think, hold up. Actually, now that I'm thinking, I think I shaved a few years off my middle nephew, because I'm like, I'm trying to think, because I think he'll be 21 this year, actually.
Nice.
So, Geek Out Loud. I'm definitely a Virtual Fighter fan. Yeah, Virtual Fighter. Man. Yeah, definitely. I like Virtual Fighter. That last one, I still have Virtual Fighter. Was it 4 on the Sega Dreamcast? I think it's 3. I got Virtual Fighter 3, because then when they released Virtual Fighter 5 or whatever, it was on like PlayStation and stuff like that. That was when Sega was gone from the console game,
right?
And so they started letting it come out on everything. But I heard there was another Virtual Fighter being developed, but I'm not
really.
but I need to look on that because that they had talked about, making another one. So I thought I saw some videos for that, but
really,
I need to. I know there's a bunch of because there's supposed to be a new Sonic game coming out. I mean, I'll be watching all the gaming videos, the video channels on YouTube. I'll be staying on them, man.
So I like when they do the walkthroughs without commentary. I like to watch walkthroughs.
Yeah, I watched it because what was it? And I mean they put the whole game on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you walk through a God of War, and I mean I sat there. That's stuff that I'll be watching like when I'm working on brand and stuff. I'll throw the laptop on, or I'll put it, I'll stream on my television, and
Right.
I'll be sitting there just watching. And I mean the dude go through the whole game, man. And I was like, and I mean, so I watched the entire God of War, and I was like, that was a journey, man. I wouldn't even play it, and I felt like there was so much going on.
Yeah, I want to say.
Did you play it? Did you beat it?
Which one? The new one?
God of War. I'm talking about the newest one.
Yeah, I did, man. I was kind of had mixed feelings on it, man, because it ended quick. Like, if you just stick to the mission and not do the side stuff, you'll get to the end fairly quick. And, that was my only issue with this, that it didn't last longer than I thought it was going to be longer than it ended up being. But
yeah, but when you start doing those side missions and stuff, that's because that's another thing they were saying, that you get the real ending or whatever if you get through a certain point or whatever. If you complete, because I mean I saw the quote unquote real ending where you get the Thor ending at the end where you didn't see that?
No.
Oh, dude, I had to show you the bit. So
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
There's the Thor, the Thor ending at the end.
He shows up at it. It's like, and Thor.
Yeah, because he goes back home. The game's over. And they go back. Him and Kratos and Loki or whatever. What's his son's name?
Atreus.
But I mean, I know his name's really Loki or whatever. Yeah,
Atreus is his name.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Kratos or boy. Yeah, he just keeps calling, hey, boy, do this. He call him boy. And let's see. Huge ass. There wasn't a lot of meat on that bone. No reason to play New Game Plus on God of War. To play New Game Plus on God of War. Is that New Game Plus? I don't know what that is. But I don't have. I'm not a PlayStation guy though. But I played PlayStation a few times. I'm an Xbox guy. But I wish God of War was on Xbox because I would definitely buy it. It looks dope.
That's how I feel about Halo, man. I cut my teeth on Halo.
I saw they're doing like a remastered edition that's coming out on the PC. Like some kind of Master Chief edition. It was like,
that was I remember because here in town when they sold the Xbox when it went on sale. That was like the first one in line to actually get one, and took it home, man. Unboxed it. I was like, oh my gosh! And then, sure enough, played Halo. Man, I was like into that joint. It was a pastime. Put the kids to sleep. Make sure the wife was good, man. I would game it up, dude. It was like till like
one of
3,
my
4 in the morning.
One of my coworkers. Yeah, because I mean I'm talking about on the first Xbox where you had to link them together. You had to put the cable in so you could play multiplayer or whatever.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And he was playing like that. They had a couple of people with Xboxes and they would link them up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, they would have insane competitions though, man.
It's crazy, man. That the Xbox, it never really said, man, but it had more memory than people probably thought it did, as far as like hard drive space. Because they read things in blocks, so you actually didn't get to see how much hard drive space you had left unless you did some investigating. But like on the surface, it took a minute to try to find that information, and the fact that they went digital for his, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, okay, so let me see. So I guess okay, so thanks for the education, guys. I see that New Game Plus is playing second playthrough. I think let me see. New Game Plus is you keep all your upgraded equipment and start the game over super powerful. Ah, okay.
Yeah, what is this for?
Like you get through God of War the first time, then you play it again, but you got all the stuff, but you
Yeah,
play. Yeah, so but like I said, I heard all those side missions, and I mean,
there's a lot.
yeah, and I mean, if I mean those IGN videos, if you play the side missions, there's a ton of game in there. I mean,
Oh,
like
yeah,
there's so
it
much.
is.
Yeah, the side, but a lot of people's like, I just want to get through the game, and I'm like, no, if you play the side mission, you go back in, and you do all the little extra side quests. They got hours and hours of shit, man. I was like,
I kind of wish I did the side quest instead of just playing the story. But I was just curious to kind of see how it was going to end. And yeah, I played, just stuck to the story, man. And it's kind of like, no. Yeah, I was like,
yeah, if
no,
you
it
just go
ended too
straight
quick.
through, it'll be quick. But if
Yeah,
you just go straight through, it'll be quick. But yeah, they have a ton. I mean, they had there was a couple of these channels I follow. The guys were going through, and I was watching them. He was putting up videos every few days
yes.
where he was showing, and I mean, it's smart how they do it because they stream on Twitch and people watch them on Twitch, and then they take the video and they just upload it on YouTube, and so then you eating twice because people can tip you on Twitch, and then you load the shit up on YouTube and get paid off the ads.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's
That's what they
smart,
do,
man.
man.
I was like, because it don't cost you nothing. You just got to sit there and load it up, man. I was like, you already got the video. Load that shit up. I was like, that's smart, man. Yeah, just load my.
Gamers have a nice little hustle, man.
I was like, man, if I had the patience for it, I would get into it, man. I was like, because I've got a Twitch channel, I just never used it. I was like, that's smart, man. I need to. I just don't. Not to mention, I got like tendonitis in my thumbs. I mean, all that Street
Mm.
Fighter and shit, man. I mean, I literally hear my thumbs popping all the time. It's like crack, crack. Yeah, there you go, right there. Crack, 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 crack. I've got like arthritis in my hands and stuff, man. It's like, yeah, it's horrible. So, and that's one thing. When I was at work, my hand sometimes my hand would literally lock in position, and I could not move it. I'd have to get it back loose, like it would lock in position like a claw. And when I could tell I was a little too stressed out, man, because I was like, my hand would literally, it'd be like like a tiger fist position or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, I can't move.
It's frozen in whatever state it was.
Yeah,
And sometimes it's even hard to like try to bend your thumb or whatever
yeah.
back, man, because it's like been almost like atrophy.
But yeah, I mean, seriously, I couldn't move, and when I'm working, I gotta move my hands all the time and stuff. And they're like, yeah, it's crazy, man. I was like, I was just like, it was just, I don't know, Dave. It just seemed like arthritis and tendonitis because I mean they X-rayed my hand and stuff. Wasn't like a nerve, but I mean I'm telling my hand locked in position,
Right.
and I was like, oh, the claw. I'm like, you tiger kung fu. It's like, but they would get me,
Tiger.
tiger, tiger,
Dude, man, when you would
tiger uppercut.
catch that uppercut close on people, man.
I'm starting to. It's always weird because, like I said, when I fight Sagat in Street Fighter 2,
Mm-hmm.
I could most of the time I could just rip right through him. It wouldn't be no problem because he would be telegraphing his moves almost. So I was like, okay, he about to come. We'll wait for him to do tiger uppercut. Oh, you can pop, 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 pop. And then that I would just light him up. So, but I've noticed that they've made him a lot more balanced as the Street Fighter games have gone, and
Right.
you see videos, like I said, you type in like Street Fighter 5 or whatever, like Street Fighter 5 Saga, and you'll get all these people like, all right, today I'm gonna be fighting with Saga. And they're like, and they would just have so many different move sets. They would be so skilled with it.
I love the
And
fact that they finally updated the animation so it looks like Street Fighter 3, but all the time,
Yeah, man. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, man. this would this is not a good situation. So
What?
I was just like, if you get if you get somebody that's got that skill set, man. I was just, man, it's like I played a couple of Injustice, people online, and I just wasn't prepared.
Hey man, it's like these mother eat, sleep, and drink and
Yeah,
breathe it, dude.
yeah, man, that dude was he lit me up. I was like, I'm better than this when I'm playing the computer. Wait a minute, blah, blah, blah. And then he just teared me up, man.
I see you be like looking at the pad, like my buttons are working. Like, yeah, they're working. You just get owned.
Well, there's a lot of YouTubers that load up rage quit videos. There's a lot of like Mortal Kombat rage quit. So you see them, it's like, all right, so they're trying to find people and get them to just quit. And then but I'm saying, you playing ranked matches and you quit, they penalize you. They deduct points from your ranking and stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, well, I mean, if you at least be a man. If you playing somebody, I'm saying just be a man and take that ass whooping, man. Just let them beat you. It's not like you really gonna be hurting everything. I know I don't like losing. Trust me, I hate
but
losing.
But then there's a pride thing, and especially on the Street Fighter games, it's like, dude, if you were born in 70 something, you've lived through the era when Street Fighter 2, actually the first Street Fighter, the big arcade game.
Yeah. I played Street Fighter 1. Yeah. But I mean, it birthed everything. But yeah, it's not a good memory.
No, it wasn't a good game.
Like Street Fighter 1 did not exist, even though it's got Ryu and Ken. And
what is this?
Street Fighter 1.
Oh yeah. I know at least Ken and Ryu, or both of them, I think they're on there.
Yeah, and Saga. Saga's at the end, and what, Adon or whatever. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. CB4 Public Enemy still. Caanan, you slacked on that Batman pick with the guns, yo. That M16 on his back was not legit, and the Tech 9s he was holding were questionable.
Yeah, they were fudged. Yeah. Yes, I admit. I didn't reference those, man.
Let me see here. Oh, okay, hold up. Ben's got a message for you. He said, let Caanan know I'm writing something for him. He asked for about a year ago. Thought I'll be dropping it off in a couple weeks. He can do with it as he wants, when he wants. I promise, so I'm getting it done.
Okay.
Well, all right then. Let's see. Street Fighter 1 with its incoherent English. Blur. But there are plenty of other strong. Yeah. I don't know. You lost me there. I don't know. But blurg. Hello. I don't know how to read that.
I think you're saying that's what it sounded like when
you
played. Yeah. This is really bad. Dub over.
Well, that's true. But it's like, did you ever play that? I think it was a 6-player X-Men game, and right at the beginning, it was 6 players, and it goes, I am Magneto. He said it was so horrible. He was like, I am Magneto, master of magnet.
Magnet.
Yeah, it sounded stupid when he said it, but the game was fire though. Yes. The game was fire. But
it's like X-Men.
That's one thing I told you. I've got on my emulator is Michael Jackson Moonwalker.
Dude, yes.
I got Moonwalker.
Yes.
And I mean, in the arcade, you could play Moonwalker in arcade. It was 4 players. You could play 4-player Michael Jackson Moonwalker.
I forgot it was actually an arcade.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I had it on Sega Genesis too. I wish I had kept it because it's a collector's item on eBay now. You got dude. I just gave all my stuff away to my brother because I had upgraded to a new system. I wish I had kept that particular game though because it's a collector's item.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're just another part of me.
Yeah, man.
But
it's funny how you fight doing the leg kick. kick the litter on people, whatever he was kicking on them.
It was like KCG where you saving children in that. Yeah. You had to save the children of the world. Yeah. Master of magnet. Yeah. But that game was badass. So X-Men, and then they did X-Men Children of the Atom, because Konami, if I'm not mistaken, it was Konami that did the 6-player X-Men.
Okay.
And,
yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, Konami did, because they did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. And then there was they switched over to Capcom, and then they did X-Men. They did X-Men Children of the Atom. And when they did Children of the Atom, yes.
That mug was lit, dude. I mean,
Optic blast.
What was crazy? What was crazy though is you actually had the animated cartoon voices.
Yeah, they hired all the.
It's like Berserker Mirage.
Berserker Mirage, which they still use most of them when they've upgraded to.
Oh yeah.
I know at least through Capcom versus Marvel, or Marvel versus Capcom 3, they still had a lot of the old, the same guy doing Wolverine, stuff like that. Okay. Oh, okay. Hugh Jazz, new Dead or Alive. Yeah, what's that? Dead or Alive 5 or 6? What's that? 6? Probably 6, isn't it? Yeah. And they also have
Dead or Alive was disturbing.
And they also got was it Devil May Cry?
Yeah, that's the new one.
Yeah, they got the new one. Yo, I was saying, oh man, and those new Resident Evils are dope. That Resident Evil 2,
man, dude, the remastered version. Yeah,
that Resident Evil 2 is on fire, man. I was like, yo.
Yeah, it was, and I never actually played it. They took it. It's cool because, man, it took it back to the original. You know what I'm saying? It was the closest to the original Resident Evil, man. It was like, a lot more suspense, and the visuals, of course, and the object version, or the visuals in the remastered version of the Resident Evil 2 are nuts. Like, you actually see like all the arterial
there's
stuff.
Some little thing. There's apparently some guy that's like a Hulk monster or whatever that's hard to beat, and he's like chasing you all the whole level. You got to get there. And I was like, they got all these mods and stuff. I mean, it's dope, man. I was checking all that shit out. I was like,
he's like some iron warrior, and he just follows you. Like when you think you gotten away, man, he's like boom, 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 boom. So you're like, okay, and your character can't run as it is, which sucks. He's not savvy in the department of speed, and so you're trying to run, man. And I mean, the dude's hawking you, and it's just like, help.
Yeah, I've seen there's one of the channels I followed, and he had put up a video where they had done some mods with that unstoppable character or whatever.
Right.
And so they done some mods, and the whole point is to try to get through the house or whatever and get away from it. It was crazy. I mean, it was insanity. Not to mention, I was like, the game is beautifully rendered, and he's running through the house. You think you get away here, the dude come crashing through the door. Crash. Yeah, I was like, and I know what it is. They added it was called a DMX mod. It was so funny. You running through the house, and then as the guy would get close to you, be like, X go give it to you. And I was just like, yo, and then you would get away from him, and then the music would stop, and then he'd come closer, X gonna give it to you. And I was just like, it was hilarious. And then they did another one with Thomas the Tank, the steam engine or whatever.
Thomas the Train.
Yeah, they put Thomas the Train in Resident Evil. I mean, there was so many great mods, man. Yo.
Wow.
Okay, so more V knows what I'm talking about. And I'm just saying, man, this is great, man. I just but I love those little mods. It's just like what's the other game that I was watching, Elder Scrolls, where everybody was building all those mods. Because I like fantasy games. I like RPGs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So a buddy of mine got me into Elder Scrolls, and then they started making all these different mods for Elder Scrolls. That shit was player. My God,
favorite,
it's great.
I know people talk about Skyrim, but to me, Oblivion was better, man. Elder Scroll Oblivion was freaking awesome. It's still one of my favorites. The soundtrack is cool.
Let's see, huge ass. They did a mod and made him Thomas the Tank. Because like I said, I saw the Thomas, and like I said, I be watching those videos and cracking up. But the X go give it to you mod was hilarious because, like I said, you be getting away and you think you free and clear. He go X go give it to you, and he would just show up, and I'd be like, whoa.
well, it's cool because you can use it as a warning system. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just like, yo, but when he gets close though, it's not good.
No, he grabs you and puts a hurting on you.
Let's see. Charlie Murphy says, has anyone done a Randy Savage mod for Resident Evil 2? And Immortal V says, I remember the Randy Savage Dragon mod or edit for Skyrim. Okay, I need to Google that. I need to look that one up on YouTube. I bet that'd be funny as hell. I was like, let's see. Charlie Murphy, the Randy Savage mod is in my loadout for Skyrim. Best thing ever. Okay, I need to peep that one. I'm slipping. I can't believe I'm slipping on that one. I need to check that out. I can't believe I missed that one, but because I like watching those gaming videos. That's why I was like, I love. Someone had taken it was on I think it was on Skyrim, and they took it where they loaded all the like Star Wars sound effects, and like instead of the sword, it'd be a lightsaber, stuff like that. And it was like that. I like watching games like that, but also Grand Theft Auto? There's I guess Grand Theft Auto Online, and they were doing all these mods for that. And I saw people like making mods like Thanos mod, Incredible Hulk mod, Superman mod. They was doing all these different mods.
Some of those mods are pretty dope. Somebody did I'll never forget, they did a mod for the Flash for Grand Theft Auto. And you could basically be Flash all over. Like, it was crazy. I was like, this is dope.
And I'm like, yeah, that's why I was like, man, I always loved the let's see, Cosmic Comics and Publishing, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Don't go messing with a country boy. Country boy. I used to love when Hacksaw Jim Duggan was like, don't mess with a country boy.
I didn't realize that it's crazy how tall them wrestlers are, dude. I'm like, dang. Like, I didn't know he was tall for his time, but they're like freaking gargantuan now.
Damn, Caanan, they done went crazy buying brand stuff over the last hour, man.
Tell them thank you.
I'm not complaining. I'm like, where's $62,428, man?
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Appreciate folks showing love. And I'm like, appreciate that. Real talk, man.
A lot of work goes into it, man. It's always good to get feedback from the fans and customers. So, yeah, definitely grateful.
So, when you do your shading and your rendering and stuff, how does that? Because I notice everybody seems to do it a little different, and you're doing it digitally, but I'm assuming it's the same principle. I love the way you shade, like right there on his arms and stuff. I love that look.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's really just finding your blacks and
is this where we get into the spot in the blacks thing about you gotta mess with Ethan? And oh man, it's hilarious.
But it definitely helps. One, picking your light source, and then like I say, you spot your blacks, and you just kind of plug and play, and then actually you'll spot the blacks first, and then render from that. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like this buckle here or strap here. I blocked out what I want, and then I'll actually feather the edge.
But I just man, that looks so good.
Thanks, man.
And I was just like, I know you've been nervous about actually inking stuff traditionally a lot, but I mean, you got to really have a steady hand.
It's different. It is different doing it traditional than digital, man. Because for one, you have an undo button.
Yeah.
And doing it traditionally is down there. I mean, so it's like what you lay down there. So you could always, I guess, use whiteout and stuff. They have liquid white and different techniques to get rid of some of your over strokes and mistakes. But it's just easier to do digital, without a lot of the hassle that you run into to traditional. But I know some people will beg to differ, man. If you are anchors in the audience watching, I'm sure you'll say, traditional is more organic, and it is. I mean, there's still nothing like traditional. I know that now. You see it and you're like, oh man, it's like. So in some ways, I think sometimes I'm able to do even more detail on the traditional piece than I am kind of, and I think it's more sound the detail at traditional just because I can't zoom in. I mean, what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? It's right there. So you don't have the option to get closer. But yeah, so.
Because I mean, on the piece that you did for my birthday and everything, I mean, you did your little shading and everything, but it's done in pencil. But obviously, like you said, you make a mistake, you can erase all that kind of stuff. So,
and never be afraid to erase.
So. But I just like the way you shade. It's like, what's that, cross hatching, whatever. Because I noticed when GIJoe was doing his piece for me a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And he would send me progress shots, and he'd start setting up. He'd start putting little X's where he was gonna put blacks or whatever.
That's for his notes, personal notes.
Yeah. And I was like, why are you doing all that? But then when I saw as he was going along, I was like, because there was a few videos of him like inking stuff, and I'd see where he'd be coloring in those blacks and everything, and I was like, so you couldn't tell that he had just been X X X X X X, and that was like, it was nice.
Nice.
GIJoe style is so dope, though. It was like, got that nice little Asian flavor to it.
That something, man, about a lot of the Filipino artists, man. It's almost like they go to the same school of art.
Yeah, it definitely he definitely has like a Jay Lee type style. I mean, that's what it is. It's if you could swap him and Jay out on like when, say, back in the day when Jay was drawing Namor. When he was doing the Submariner book with John Byrne, you can just swap them out and feel that same
man. Feel the same quality. Yeah, GIJoe is a beast, man. He's definitely one of my favorites to see. He be doing mural size. I mean, his commissions be huge.
I love when I follow on his Instagram and he'll sit there and he'll have like 5 or 6 Bristol boards or some. I mean, he did a Galactus piece, and I think it was 12 Bristol boards.
How many? 12?
It was like 12. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's huge.
Oh, it's probably that X-Men piece he did.
No. He's got the X-Men piece up, and that was like 6, I think, or 7.
Okay.
I mean, because he held the whole thing up.
Spread it out.
Spread the whole thing. But I'm talking about, no, he did a Galactus piece. And
that's the one with Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer,
taking a knee or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's so huge though.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was standing in a chair. He got him on top of a chair, and he had all the pieces like matted together, and he stood up, and that thing was still bigger than him. I was like, goodness. And I was like, someone paid you to draw that? Oh my God. Oh, okay, Mortal V, man. Appreciate you coming by, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. It's so many different techniques, man, on addressing. Like, I love his on LU, love the way he renders too, and of course Miko. So I'm telling you, man, it's something in the water. Like, show me, his render techniques, man, because it translates well. It's amazing when they do it and they pull it off. So.
Let me see. Say comic. Thanks for the super chat. From writer to writer, seeing your characters drawn and colored is amazing. Just got some pages of my upcoming book, Magic Cop, colored, and it's hype. Is it? It's not. Let's see. Oh well, yeah, my videos got flagged. It sucks, and I don't know. And I have heard from my caseworker every day for the last 4 days, but she's just like, "Hey, we're still looking into it. Say hey." There's not much she can do for me yet. But she forwarded everything because at first she thought I was mistaken, and then she started looking. She was like, "Oh my God, what happened to your channel?" And she says the internal team is looking into it, but there's a video that a friend sent me, and there's a chick. She's got a channel with like 140,000, some thousand subscribers. It's called Swoop. But before that, she had a channel with 600,000 subscribers. All her videos and stuff got took out just like mine did, and YouTube couldn't do anything to fix it. So she lost hundreds, and she had that channel for like 5 years.
That's crazy.
And like I said, over 600,000 subscribers, and her channel got hit all at once. All her videos,
like yours.
Yeah, and I mean, she was making good money from the video. She was making a good. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, Ethan had 70,000 talking about he made over $100,000 on a YouTube channel. So can you imagine having 600,000 subscribers? But they didn't have super chat and stuff back then. But my God, but a lot of people said the ad money was better like 4, 5, 6 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, because you would get it seemed like everything they've changed a lot of the rules. They've changed the way the algorithm goes. Because there's a lot of YouTubers, they've started changing what they will monetize, because they've definitely got stricter on what they. There's been a couple of streams, like there was a stream the other day, me and you and Elliot. Yeah, I know I swear too much, so they. I look back on it and I get the little ding saying that it's demonetized. So that's what it is. But I mean, but I'd be like, at least I get super chat. So
right.
But yeah, people, because they've got this thing, this like spider going around listening to all the words and stuff
really
that you say.
Wow.
And so they'll be like, demonetized. Because I mean, some people, can't watch this all at once, and they'll watch it, later on or whatever. They'll be like, "Oh, I watched half of it," and they come back and watch the rest. When they come back and watch the rest, it's supposed to have an ad in the show so I can get paid.
Got you.
So it's and it's just yeah. Wow. Let me see. I'm actually talking to Jean-Luc about getting on Indicron for upcoming. I'm looking on Twitter right now. I'm not sure Jean-Luc is with Indicron anymore. It looks like that is they are what are they saying? Wishing him the best on his future endeavors.
Moving on.
Yeah, it's that kind of, because I see a conversation, because I know Edwin Boyette is there. So Edwin Boyette and Pixel Trader, I know they're still in, Edwin's come back to Indicron. So you can definitely still get Magic Cop listed on Indicron. I just don't think Jean-Luc is part of it anymore. Or if he is, he's not going to be part of it within the next few days. It's at least based on what I'm reading right now. It looks like, and I mean, it's on open Twitter. It's not DMs. I'm just saying, it just looks like, yeah. So, whew, man. So yeah,
drama, no more.
So yeah, it does seem it does seem like there are some changes, but I also hear there are going to be some improvements. Indicron's going to be expanding. They're going to grow it and make it. They're gonna make it hot, man.
Yes.
So that is yeah. So this is not good.
Well, again, I mean, like I said, we know Ed. I think sounds like it'll be a benefit for people at Indicron. So hopefully all is well, ends well.
Yeah. Whew. But yeah, it looks like things are going. So
are you reading in the chat or something?
Yeah. Not our chat. I'm looking in the private chat.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what
I saw some stuff in there, and I was like, okay, there's some stuff going on. So I suspect. So yeah, well,
anybody firing on anybody?
I don't. Yeah. Either way. Well, I mean, everybody doesn't agree. Everybody don't get. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has different opinions about things, and I know this Indicron thing definitely got people thinking different. So, so let me see. Let me see what Zay Comics says. Excited to make the rounds when we have more content to show off next month. I admire your world building for brand, trying to focus on that with my writing. Well, I thank you. I do thank you very much.
But what up? No. It's there would be no art without brand. So Matt, and to comment on what he was saying, I think it's important to world build as much as possible, man. Like really establish your characters, if that's the story you want to tell, I should say. But if it is, your characters are each an actor in your show. So give them the time and the focus to make it your best. Because I mean, as I said, if the writer doesn't believe in his characters, then I know the penciler won't. And so, yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Yes, writers have purpose.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's why I was like, I don't know when when we was on Ethan's channel and we started going about who deserves what credit for it, because I don't know, and I've said it because I've tried to tell Ethan, I feel like sometimes he just be shitting on writers all the time, boy. He just and trust me, I know we need you guys because no one knows what's in the book. Right. When they like, okay, I go to the comic book shop, I'm looking at the covers, and maybe I might pick a book up and flip through the art and see the interiors and stuff.
Right.
And if I don't have a great artist to sell with those visuals, I don't care what the writing says because I'm not gonna buy it. But I see something hot and I'll be like, oh, let me check this out, And I will say I like your ability to tell a story with panels. So
thank you, man. It's as I said, it's good. It's a truly a team effort, man. And I think successful team groups have that in mind. I mean, it's definitely not, my show or your show. It's brand's show. And I know it's your idea, but even beyond that, I mean, brand is eventually it's taking on a life of its own. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be successful and all that stuff.
Let me see here. Let me see. Royal Whitfield. I think Doug went overboard last night, but he was just defending his friends, Nasser. So I can't find too much fault with him. Something is definitely fishy with Indicron, though. I don't. Doug and I don't. Well, I'm just saying, Doug and I don't agree on the Indicron thing. So, that being said, as I just saw on regular Twitter, not DMs and stuff, sounds like Jean-Luc is out at Indicron, and that Edwin and Pixel Trader is they're going to take it, and because like I said, I think Indicron's important. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, but I love Edwin. I think he's a great guy, and I definitely want to support Indicron because I think it's important to help grow this community.
No doubt.
So yeah, definitely need Indicron to help get a little shine on some of these smaller projects.
Yeah.
So but yeah, like I said, we have a differing opinion on that, but that is yeah, but
say who's right.
Dr. Fantastic Doug is always right except when he's wrong, which he never is. I don't know if I would say that, but yeah, he and I don't agree on this particular issue. But it's not the first time I've ever disagreed with Ducks and Naple, or he disagreed with me or whatever. But that's the
you
thing.
agree
It's
to
like,
disagree. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And keep rolling. Seeing a lot of times.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's not anything to fall out of. You know, he knows that we have differing opinions on it.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. When we was on the stream last night, I thought Doug was drunk. I was like, "Oh God, we got drunk, Doug."
Oh.
And he was like, "I haven't had any drinks," and I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Doug is drunk," and I was like, "Okay." Yeah, but that was like I said. But I mean, I knew how he felt because he had expressed that privately. So, like I said, we don't agree on that because I understood. Like when I talked, that's why I invited Jean-Luc on, because I saw people had differing opinions on what Indicron was or what it's becoming or what it was supposed to be, all this kind of thing. So, so I invited Jean-Luc on, but you know, I know some people didn't like that, you know, but you know, because you know, I had some private conversations with people that watched the stream, and they were like, "Yeah, I didn't like what he had to say," and I was like, I didn't disagree with much of what he said though, because I definitely think that we need a platform that showcases, you know, CG books. I think that's important. You know, that you go there and there's specific CG titles there.
Nice.
So
where otherwise they wouldn't be able to be, you know, located right away.
Right.
So it's kind of a hub for that.
But apparently that causes a issue. So
how?
I don't. Well, either way, I'm wanting to see what Edwin and Pixel Trader and I think Ben Henderson is also in on that as well. It sounds like they have some really cool plans for IndieCron, so I'm very much looking forward to IndieCron 3.0 or whatever point it is, you know. So let me see. Huge ass Jean-Luc comes off as an EVS stand. No idea why him and Jesse Miller went off on Handyman too. Okay. Now, see that kind of stuff. I don't. Yeah, I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm just gonna, because it was so strange. Because you know we had Brad on, and Brad was here on this. You know he was here on the stream, and you know he
You mean just now?
No, right before my channel got all the videos taken down, because that's what caused a lot of drama that's going on now. It's weird because it happened on my channel, and I was like, oh God, you know, he popped up, and then I know Brad hopped over to Cecil's channel, and then some stuff happened there, and it was just ugly. So, but like I said, I try to stay out of shit like that, man, because I'm just, you know, I'm gonna steal from your playbook and say, I just wanted to be about the art.
Yes, sir.
You know? I just wanted to be about the art, man. So
that's what matters. That's the best thing to focus on. So
yeah, let me see. Charlie Murphy, Indicron is a good idea. It'll be dope to see where it goes with good leadership. Again, I hope they can steer that ship back in the right direction if there was a issue. But I appreciated Jean-Luc Marcel coming on my channel, which that stream is still up if anyone wants to watch it. It was a lot of, you know, I thought we had a good conversation, but some people said that he came off as a tyrant. Like I said, I'm just trying to have interesting conversations because I'm not trying to live in a bubble where everybody says things that I like and everyone has to agree with me. So that's what it is. So
that's the perfect utopia, but unfortunately not.
Let's see. James Hayes, Antonio is confiscate. There will always be drama. Does there have to be drama all the time? Because I'm not into that shit. So, Caanan, are you into a bunch of drama?
You already know me, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. So, I'm just being real. Some people that's always into shit that I always see online getting their Twitter suspended and shit, they want that. They're looking for that stuff. That's not what I'm about, man. So,
I mean, as my dad always says, man, choose your spoils. Yeah, you know, he said never fight a battle when there's no spoils. And honestly, man, those little nitpicks and fights and battles and he said, she said, and you already told you, man, it's we and you guys, in the audience can quote me on that. We are about creating a comic book that's awesome. Period. Good story, and not just one, but others. So I'd much rather spend my energy drawing and creating stuff for you guys than trying to fight somebody's rebuttal on Twitter or Instagram, wherever, your social media instigations and battles take place. And it just doesn't really seem productive to me. I could be doing stuff and use my creative energy. I mean, granted, like there's times I'm sure you have to fight and stand up and say stuff, but other times, man, most of the time, that's what I feel like Allen Iverson, man. We talk about practice.
Yeah, we talk about practice.
Like, man, like we creating stuff, man. We creating comics, man. That's what it's about. So all that other stuff is just it's in the way. And the sooner, I think the sooner, it can be. People can get understanding. Sometimes you just have to agree to disagree. Then we can still go out to lunch, chill. You know what I'm saying, kind of thing. Like, okay, cool. Now we, let's make some cool art. You know what I mean? So, but that's of course that's the optimistic, perfect world. I know things aren't as black and white. Shout out to RTB. No, but things aren't as simple as simply saying, yeah, just let it ride. And some people ain't the peaceful. They don't want to take the peaceful route, and I get that too. Understand, man. Sometimes you gotta fight, and just make sure you fight comprehensively and fight smart. Not harder. So, yeah, I just rather create, make comics, have fun, inspiring people, and coming up with concepts and new characters and stories and stuff like that. Stuff that that's in my wheelhouse. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Is it getting heated?
Yeah. No, it's not. Like I said, everything is.
So if it came to
whatever's going, whatever as far as that part, whatever that is, that's already been set in motion. So,
gotcha.
And it has absolutely nothing to do with me. So, outside of the fact that a brand is listed on the site,
awesome.
Yeah. So, and like I said, tip of the hat to Edwin. I know he said he's going to stream tonight and maybe talk more about what is going on.
Okay.
So I think that'll help. I might have to have a listen to that stream, because for clarification. So
what changes are being made and stuff.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, that way you hearing it, because that me saying, well, I heard this is what it is, and I'm like, that don't mean shit, because I'd rather it come from people that's actually going to be working on the site, because that's definitely not gonna be my black ass. I can promise you, it's not what I do. So, so what I'm saying, I've heard this and I've heard that, but it ain't my place to really, So I'm just gonna sit here and watch my homie draw snake eyes, because now and knowing is half the battle.
GIJoe. Fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. GIJoe there.
GIJoe.
American Eagle. GIJoe there. GIJoe, Cobra Command. Against Cobra, an evil terrorist organization meant to take over the world. You'll never give up, dude. Every day, dude. That was like my stuff.
No, what about when the GIJoe movie came out? It was like Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
For what's right, bending all your might, Cobra. He's like the third, and then it's like you're like, oh man, then it's like, so the 10, the test, the tie. He's like, yo, Joe, GIJoe. You see Duke flying with the pack, dude. I was like,
yeah. And what was so bad is they pussied out. They were supposed to release that in the movie theaters.
What?
I guess Transformers the movie didn't do as well as they thought. You know, they probably lost money on the marketing. They thought Transformers the movie, you got to touch
Transformers more than me.
And I was like, I remember.
Oh no, when Prime died, man, I was like, what?
Yeah. No! And man, I love Transformers the movie too.
One must rise, one must fall.
Yeah, one must rise and one must fall.
He's like, you'll stop at nothing, Megatron. You got to touch.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought they was gonna make him do that in the Bumblebee movie, dude. When he showed up, I was like, uh-oh, you got the power. Hey, I heard that was a soft reboot too.
You heard what?
That the Bumblebee was a soft reboot for the series.
So
they're supposedly, and this isn't guaranteed.
Oh yeah, you talking about the Bumblebee movie? I thought you were talking about Transformers the movie. I thought
no, Bumblebee.
I still haven't watched Bumblebee. I heard it was good though.
You owe it to yourself, man.
Okay.
Watch.
So that'll definitely be on the QE for tonight. Then,
if you are a fan of Generation 1 Transformers and want to see the way it was supposed to be done,
so he got it right this time,
bro. Yes,
because he lost his way those last two movies. The Michael
Bay
movies.
It's not Michael Bay though. That's why.
But it's Michael Bay still is the executive producer on that, even though he didn't direct it. He's still executive producer on that movie. He's got not to mention they're talking about rebooting Transformers again, and he's rebooting the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, even though he screwed them up 2 times.
Well, I think his, letting the director direct the Bumblebee movie the way it was supposed to, letting that dude's vision come to pass and live on the cameraman was exactly what Transformers needed. Like it nailed it, bro. Like the beginning, dude.
I stayed away because of the last 2 Transformer movies that Michael Bay did.
Yeah,
so I was like, you can put John Cena in there if you want, but I was like, just like John Cena says, you can't see me, I can't see Bumblebee, man. The time is now. But if you say it's good.
Dude, it is. It really is. It's everything that some people in the chat probably say the same thing too, but it only the trans. No, man, the Bumblebee movie was awesome. It's light, like the Transformers we know, but it also has the action and intensity that we also have grown to love, even from the
let me ask you this: can he talk, or is he still just playing sound effects?
He does the radio thing, but not at the beginning. You actually see what happened, and his voice is different. He's not a British dude, which was interesting. But
well, I need to. Well, like I said, the trailer looked okay.
It was good, man. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was, like I said, sometimes, when you add kids to it, you're thinking like, I said last night and stuff. It's like, oh no, you got the kids and how cheesy that was with Mark Wahlberg and stuff. But the one that they have now, it's basically his journey before he connected with Prime. You know what I'm saying? So
I know he was one of the scouts that was sent to Earth or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they had talked about that in the first Transformer movie. They sent all those Transformers to Earth and they were hiding or whatever.
Right.
And then,
But, I mean, you see, man, like he meets up with Optimus, man. He's like, you're the one that's going to bring and help humanity, da-da-da. And so it's Generation 1 Prime and Generation 1-ish. When Generation 1-ish Bumblebee, dude, man, I was just like, okay. And, dude, They got Soundwave right and the voice.
Oh, okay. So now, okay.
And they got Shockwave right and the voice. Well, he's got that voice, and he's like Decepticons, and he's like Ravage, Laserbeak. And you see like, and they shoot out. I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ravage.
Yeah.
Eject.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I was just okay.
They have that in there. He's like, Eject. I was like, and he looks like Generation 1.
Yeah, because they changed too much. They changed too much for those Transformers. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. Megan Fox was the bomb, though. I love Megan Fox. I love Megan Fox. Man, Megan Fox is a bad chick, though. But I know her and Michael Bay got into it, and that's why she didn't come back for part 3. With with Shia LaBeouf. That's why she didn't come back. But then they squashed it, and then he hired her for those 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, which was hot garbage. Hot garbage. Hot garbage. Steaming hot garbage. I was like, man, how do you mess up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And I mean, like I said, geeks, people that aren't into this shit, they don't care. But if you a fan and you look at this shit, you got someone like Michael Bay, he just thinks explosions and shit is how you tell a story. And I'm like, no, now I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with Bad Boys 3 because I love the Bad Boys movies because that's his wheelhouse. He gonna make a lot of shit blow up.
The money shot.
Yeah. He gonna be getting that, but yeah, it's gonna be on and popping. And see, yeah, Dr. Fantastic, Megan Fox, yeah, she a bad chick, and she done had like 3 kids. I was like, how you have 3 kids and still look like that?
She's only what, like 30, 35, something like that.
Let's see what she is now, because she been famous for a little while now.
Yeah, she's only in her 30s.
I'm like, you never know, man. It's like these chicks will mess around to be 40 on your ass and you won't know. But
I'm pretty sure she's in her mid-30s.
Let me see what she's at.
She gotta be in her mid-30s. If she's not, I'll be
surprised. Damn, 32.
Yeah, I figured. See, that's what I thought. She's young.
32, and get this, she's from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. She's from Tennessee.
And she's actually she was actually a pretty good comic artist. You know that?
She's a comic artist? Or
yeah, she wanted to be. That's what she wanted. She actually can draw really well.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I need to check
that's what she wanted to do before she got into acting. She went to Comic-Cons and presented her portfolio and everything.
Let's see. Tube Socks. Let's see. The second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was fun to see all the different characters again, but the story development was lack. Man, that shit was hot. Man, that was some trash. I mean, when I hear Bebop and Rocksteady, I love Bebop and Rocksteady. And
they translated good into film.
They did okay because which one? I'm trying to the one guy that plays Uncle Ruckus on the Boondocks.
Mm.
I think he was Bebop. Let me see. Let me make sure because
whoever was the pig, is that Bebop? That's who he was.
Let me see because I'm looking movies. I'm looking because I know it was Sheamus from the WWE was.
Yeah, he was Rocksteady, or one of them.
I think Rocksteady's the Rhino. I thought.
Yeah.
But let me see. And then they
I didn't like how they did Krang though.
Yeah. They messed up Shredder.
Yeah, I didn't like how they did him either.
They messed up Shredder in the first. They knew they screwed up because they messed Shredder up in the first movie. So when they messed Shredder up, then they come back and they go, okay, we fucked up. Now we gotta go back and make him right. So then they just got somebody else in to play Shredder.
With his Iron Man armor.
Yeah, I was just okay, man.
The War Machine armor.
I was like, y'all just don't get it, man. I was like, y'all, man, okay, man. I was like, and I hate it, man, when they take the movies and they don't make the movies right.
You have to. I know you are gearing it toward a younger audience, but at the same time, you can't neglect the fans that of our age. That's what I was like. You got the big two trying to, make the comics relevant. All do all different, and New 50. You know, it's like you're trying to make them relevant. It's like the kids ain't the ones buying the books. It's folk our age that's giving the kids the money to go to the comic shop to buy the books. So it's like gear the books toward like you've always had. Just, you know, make adjustments, man, but keep the stories legit. Keep them pure to the character. And you start doing the opposite, man. It's just like they lose their way. And, you know, Transformers was definitely one of those. And I think Ninja Turtles is the same way. Yeah, they nailed it in the first movie, first live action. I mean, that was Turtles.
Yeah. When they and some people didn't like that when they used the Jim Henson Creature Shop.
Well, yeah,
but I thought I liked the way that worked. I thought
it felt
when I
real.
saw the trailer, when I saw the trailer, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is dope!"
Yeah,
I got hyped, man. Now, obviously, puppets can only do so much. I get that, but they seem more
like voiceovers.
Yeah, they had Corey Feldman.
Whoever did Michelangelo was like spot on, dude. Yeah. And then Leo, and I was just like, dude, this is our, you know, our Turtles.
No, when I walked out of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm talking about the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I wanted to go see it again. I was telling everybody, I was like, man, that shit was dope, man. I was getting all hyped up. I was excited. And then I went to the theaters again to go see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. And then I saw the Vanilla Ice Go Ninja Go Ninja Go. Yeah. And that didn't make me as happy, but Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
That was a gimmick movie, though.
Yeah, I know.
It was like,
and they tried to do the Bebop Rocksteady thing on that, and I was like, "Oh, they're gonna have Bebop Rocksteady." Yeah, it just didn't. No, yeah,
it was bad all around.
Let's see, Jam Creates. I saw the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies like a million times, dude. I've probably watched that movie at least 50 times, dude. Especially when it was running on HBO. When they kept, because you know how HBO, especially when they get a hot new movie, they'll just run it. They'll run it like 4 times a day.
I actually got that mug as a download. I downloaded it to my computer, so it's like I got that mug as a file, man. I can watch it when I want.
Yeah, like I said, the fans loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The new ones, you mean?
Yeah.
I did too. I mean, I like, because I'm a Turtles fan. I mean, dude, that's all I did for years was draw them for fun. You know what I'm saying? Made my own stories, and growing up in the '80s, man, that was the show. So there's always going to be a special place, man, in my heart for the Turtles. I just, them being like 6'3" and super huge, and that to me was like, what are y'all doing? I don't know.
And I just looked it up. Seamus was Rocksteady, and Gary Anthony Williams was Bebop. He's the voice of Uncle Ruckus, which they're bringing Uncle Ruckus back. He did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and it was like 25 minutes. It was hilarious. Uncle Ruckus on the Breakfast Club. It's on YouTube.
So they're bringing Boondocks back?
Nah, probably not. But it seemed weird to me that they actually did an Uncle Ruckus interview. What's the guy that created Boondocks? Aaron Magruder. He's done like 6 little cartoons that he released on Instagram for people that are fans of the Boondocks.
Yeah, man, that rap. I am the stone that the comic killed that joint.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But that last season, the last season of the Boondocks, I did not enjoy as much the animation because they had switched animation houses.
But it was like a lot of controversy and stuff. They weren't even.
And Aaron Magruder didn't have anything to do with the show. He had dipped out. Let me see.
They weren't even sure they were going to do one. So,
yeah, I was like, y'all skimped on the quality. And I understand they trying to save money, but I was like, man, it was noticeable quality drop off in the art. I was like, wait a minute.
So if a frame reminds me of the dude Cat Williams played the pimp on Boondocks.
Let's see, Jam Craze. Weirdest moment for me was being on the set of the Bay Ninja Turtles movie, and meeting the Turtles, 4 guys in gray spandex with dots on their faces.
He actually got to see. That's cool.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah. One of those dudes plays Hawk. I think it's Hawk and Dove Hawk from
from the I saw everybody saying the new what's the show what's the Doom Patrol.
I
Everybody's
don't like
saying
it
the Doom
much.
Patrol. Huh?
I don't like it much. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, man, I keep saying it is good. Is it not?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I've only seen a couple episodes, so I don't know how far they're in yet. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's if you follow the Doom Patrol and you're like, oh yeah, they're doing the Doom Patrol. I mean, I don't know. I was more into the Titans series that had me. That's the one I was watching. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to season 2. It made them a little darker though, man. Like, especially like Jason Todd and Dick Grayson, even, man. Like, he was. I guess they said he did go through a dark spell when he broke off from Batman, but it just seems like they made him extreme. Like, dang, Jason, or dang, Dick. I'm like, dude, is it that bad? Like, he hates Batman.
Yeah. I've heard. Although I actually talked to someone that thought that it was okay, it wasn't great.
Yeah, I mean, it got flaws. It has issues.
But yeah, I've saw a lot of decent, at least on like hell, maybe they're fake.
Doom Patrol.
I was like, yeah.
I mean, it's different. I mean, it's probably not my cup of tea as far as groups wise, because I don't, they almost remind me of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Kind of.
Did you not like? Because I like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That I did like. I thought that was awesome. I thought that was a cool concept by that Image did. It was one Image, right? That was Image. I think it was Image. Wasn't it Image?
I thought he did it through Dark Horse. I don't.
It might be Dark Horse.
But I think he did do one book through Image or something. I know he did like a Twisted Wizard of Oz one too that I thought was real cool.
So maybe it was Dark Horse. I'm thinking it was.
Let me see. Two socks. 000. I don't know how you say it. I see triple socks 000. Two. I can't even talk. Caanan. He says, Caanan, I tried to find artwork by Megan Fox, but it's impossible. All I get is pictures of her. Yeah. So how did you see her art? Because I didn't know she was an artist.
She drew a picture. I think she drew a picture of. I want to say she was on Jimmy Kimmel or Conan. One of them.
Oh, so she drew it on TV.
Yes, she drew it live and showed him pictures she did, and he's like, "Oh wow!" He's like, "You were pretty good." She's like, "Yeah, I went to go with the chart and da da da." So,
did she draw anything with her clothes off? Because that's what I want to know.
No, Antonio. She's not thinking about that.
Can you draw Megan Fox with her clothes off?
I'm sure I could, Antonio, but I'm not.
I'm like, we'd be protected on YouTube because you're just drawing art. It's like a nature art class.
So I'm not gonna do that, and
you know what I'm saying. So it would be good, man. You just
we'll just keep with the snake eyes here and the happy little trees and things like that.
Oh, let me see, Benjamin Kokia. You guys watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012 on Nickelodeon?
Yeah,
I have not seen it.
You mean, is it a new one or is it a?
I saw there's like a weird CGI version. There's one with like CGI turtles and stuff, and I didn't like the way that looked.
I think he's talking about Turtles. Was it not Back to the Sewers, but
because is that the one? That's the one with the black April O'Neil.
Yeah, well, they going. No, it's still the regular April, but they go in the future.
Oh, okay. Because then there's been.
Like
wait a minute. Because is that the one? Because I saw like a clip of there was one, and Master Splinter had apparently won some Galaxy tournament. He had been like there was some kind of interdimensional fighting tournament that they had warriors from every planet or whatever, and somehow Master Splinter had entered this tournament and won it.
Yeah, I think that's probably that series.
And I was like, wait a minute, so this little rat is going. I was like, all right, man. I was like, yeah, all right, do you?
Well, they got somehow sucked into the future, and then they were sucked back to the present, which when you get TNT back to the sewers, is what it was called. So, but yeah, it was It was interesting. And then they got sucked into the computer for a while. So it was like Turtles Tron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. I was like, what are y'all doing?
Let me
This is
see.
dope.
Champ creates OMG. I just thought of something. Ninja Turtles versus Mortal Kombat. Have they done that? Because the only thing I know you could do that with is in Injustice 2, because you can have them. You can have the Turtles fight Raiden, and you can have them fight Sub-Zero.
I don't know if they would fare well against Raiden or Sub-Zero.
Well, I mean, you can do the fight. You could actually do the battles in Injustice 2. But those are the only. It's like, yeah, Raiden, and then they don't have Scorpion, because they had Scorpion in the first Injustice. So
Raiden's evil now. At least he appears to be evil.
yeah, and I saw for MK11 that Sub-Zero and Scorpion teamed up to beat somebody. They're working together or something like that. They're working on the same side. I thought. It's like, yeah, some kind of thing. So. Okay. Eric Hawkins, June 26, 2009 episode has Fox talking about being a comic artist and drawing Kimmel. Okay. I need to see that. But she's not, she's fully clothed when she did it, right? So
yes, she's fully clothed, Antonio. Sorry.
Okay.
She's
We'll see. Jam Craze. I want to see the Ninja Turtles versus the Lin Kuei. I can see that. That would be dope. But like I said, those battles happen in Injustice 2, which I thought was kind of cool.
That's cool.
It's cool to see Batman versus the Turtles. It's cool to see, it's like all those different combinations, like, like having like Leonardo walk up on Poison Ivy. I was like, especially like I don't know how much have you actually played Injustice 2 or just a little bit?
I watched the full walkthrough, so I pretty much know how everything flows. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like, they have different. Each character's got like 5 or 6 different opening lines when they walk. And it rotates just so they can. And they actually they have a bunch
with each other too.
Yeah, because it's like they say different things. Like say you do like Batman versus Batman, they'll say one thing or whatever, and this Yellow Flash versus because like certain characters where they're like mortal enemies or whatever, like say the Flash and Gorilla Grodd, they have like custom intros for when they face those particular characters.
Right.
Or like say Black Canary and Green Arrow face each other in the game, they're married, they're a couple, and they got a baby and everything. So although I think the Green Arrow from Injustice 2 is kind of a cup dude. The reason I say that is because I think the baby that they have in Injustice 2 is the other Green Arrow's baby, and that he died, and then he's just like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here and raise the baby and be. But I mean, is that kind of? I think that's what happened, but
I love the interaction, man, between characters. Like, to me, I think Harley has the best dialogue, dude.
Harley is fun. Harley is fun, and I like her combos, her little mix-ups and stuff. I'm rusty as hell though, so I don't think I need to get back in. I downloaded. They got all these new. I hadn't touched the game in months. I mean, I've been so busy online and stuff.
Yeah.
Been so busy working. I ain't had time to be sitting around playing video games like I used to. And but Harley is dope, man. She just
they actually gave her the voice from the animated team. Hey, Mr. J. Yeah, I was like, yes.
Yeah, I like that. Which was because sometimes they try to change that. And I mean, that's an important part of her character. Man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's definitely trademark. You don't be messing with Harley's voice, man.
She was cool in Suicide Squad, but I was like, where's the voice? Where's the voice, man?
She's coming back for at least 2 more because they said she's 100% committed to Suicide Squad 2. I guess Idris Elba and her. So she'll definitely be in Suicide Squad.
Be a way better Deadshot, man.
Than Will Smith?
Yes.
Although I love Idris, so I think Idris will be dope, but
Will wills everything.
I'm just saying I thought he did the work. I've seen people some people were very critical of his performance, but I thought he did the work. I thought he did okay.
They wrote a part for an actor and made a character that's not even a primetime character somebody special. for Will. I was just like, why Deadshot getting all this dialogue? It's about Harley. She leads the Suicide Squad, not him. Right?
They started doing that in the comic books because they was trying to pump her up.
Yeah, but I mean, it fits. She's better. She's better at it. Harley's cool.
That's a writer doing that, though. So I mean, you just proved my point. All you artists talking that bullshit, man. You don't need writers. If a good writer writes it well, then you go, yeah, well, it worked better when they did this. Because I mean, Harley was an important character in the movie, though, and I mean that's obvious. She's coming back, and they gave her a Birds of Prey movie. So,
yeah, I'm saying that she should be leading the Suicide Squad. That's how it's supposed to be.
Well, that what's the guy Joe? What's his name? He was on. I know he's on House of Cards, and Joe Kinnaman, I think, or whatever. He played Rick Flag, and he stepped out too. He said, I don't want to do this. So yeah, he's not coming back either.
Wow, he was a good captain. What's his name? He's good. He was good.
I'm surprised he walked away from that Payday, man, because it's not like I see him starring in a bunch of major movies that do $100-something million. I'm just being real. He's not in a bunch of movies.
He's probably doing another Altered Carbon. I think they're doing a season 2.
Yeah. Now I've heard Altered Carbon is actually good, but I mean he's never. That's what I'm saying. It seems like because he was on House of Cards and he's good on House of Cards.
He's RoboCop. Come on.
But
he's RoboCop. Yeah.
That RoboCop he was in that shit was trash, bro. That RoboCop he was in, he's tall as fuck. I mean, yeah, he's got the size. But man, that RoboCop he was in was terrible, and I love Samuel L. Jackson. And I'm like,
it's hard to try to capture the magic, man, that RoboCop the original did. I mean,
especially the part one. I got the Criterion I got the Criterion edition of RoboCop where they got like the extra stuff, and it's got like director's commentary. Like it's got I mean, and some people don't like director's commentary. Yeah, I mean, but you actually listen to the director explaining why. So, and I think that's dope, man. I love hearing, just like I like listening to Ryan Coogler on the Black Panther director's commentary. I got it on Blu-ray, and I watched the movie. You know, I'd already seen when I got Blu-ray on Black Panther. I'd probably watched it 10 times already.
Okay.
And then I watched it one more time on Blu-ray, and then I put the director's commentary on. I'll be watching, you know, like some people find that the shorts and stuff on like DVDs and stuff, like when they go the costumes, the film, you know, on location, the behind the scene. I watch all them featurettes, man. I love that shit. I'm like,
it is cool. I mean, you definitely learn something, you know.
Yeah, I love listening to like the fashion people and stuff, and how they source the material. They did their little research to do certain things, and because the woman that did the costumes for Black Panther, because Black Panther won 3 Academy Awards, and that was one of them.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, she won, and I mean she worked her ass off. And what was so bad is she had been nominated for 2 other Academy Awards in previous years. I know she had worked on Malcolm X. She had done like costumes on Malcolm X, and she had lost. And there was some other little period type movie she did the costumes on. She had got nominated. So she was when she did Black Panther, she had already been nominated twice before and had lost both times. So she won. A couple weeks ago when they did the Academy Awards. So I was happy for her. And I mean, she worked her ass off. You look at all the different costumes. She was talking about how the river tribes and the Jabarias, like, we was cutting up the other day when I was on stream. It's challenge day. We were doing that whole thing. I was like, man,
I love the fact, like one of the things they said with Lapita's character, and they actually put her. She actually wore the colors of her actual tribe, which I thought was really awesome. What you see her wearing, even in the makeup and the markings and the tribal makeup and stuff, is actually reminiscent of the tribe she came from.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So they actually stuck to that. I was like, that's cool.
But yeah, they got a great little featurette on, and some people have like bootlegged some of the, that's one thing, they get the featurettes and they'll rip them and upload them to YouTube. I'll be like, how does YouTube be allowing all these people to be uploading this? People, sometimes they catch it and they'll strike it down real quick. Right. But man, people be just bootlegging folks stuff on here, man. And I'd be like, And then I watched
it. They do it right.
Then I watched it. I was like, hey, you shouldn't allow this.
This is just wrong. Fast forward. What was that part again? Yeah, this is just whining.
Let's see. And again, Kanuyak, Black Panther 2 needs more lines for the delegate of the River Tribe. The powers of the Black Panther have been stripped away. Well, stripped away.
I would actually like to see more of show more of his father's era when he was Panther. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Let me see, Jeff Craze. What do you guys think of no one mentioning Jack Kirby in any of their acceptance speeches at the Oscars? They definitely should have. They definitely should have. Yeah, that's. But see,
that's gonna happen.
I will be real. They probably wouldn't have mentioned Stan if Stan hadn't died a few. You know what I'm saying? Let's say Stan had been. Jack Kirby's been dead at least about 20 years or so.
Yeah.
And so you gone. I hate to say that, but let's say 20 years from now they do some kind of Spider-Man movie or whatever. They'll have Stan Lee in the credits, based on the character by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko or whatever. They'll say that. There was a time where they wasn't even going to put Steve Ditko's name in there. It was just going to be like created by Stan Lee. It was just going to be that. Wow. Yeah. But I actually did a video on that yesterday because Stan believes he created Spider-Man by himself without Steve Ditko. Yeah. Well, okay, let's unpack it because there's a reason he said it. He came up with the name and he already had the idea for Spider-Man before Steve Ditko came on board. And then he went to Jack Kirby. He had talked to like the editor, the publisher, because he was about to quit comics. He was burned out. He's told like 20 different versions of this story. As he got older, it seemed like he would embellish or whatever the hell. But he was saying he was tired of working in comics. He thought he was going to like write novels and stuff.
Right.
And he told the story, he's talking to his wife and he was like, and she was like, if you're gonna quit anyway or get fired, why don't you do a story that you want to do? So he started coming up with the concept for Spider-Man. And so he went to Jack Kirby. Now I've heard him talk about why he went to, he said in the past when he had given Jack Kirby, to create a character, Jack was like, he was batting 1,000. He was coming up with all these great ideas for the look or whatever. He knew how to write, or he knew how to illustrate a superhero in a comic book format. He knew how to, especially for those like Silver Age type, and hell, he worked in the Golden Age too with Joe Simon on Captain America. But okay, so you got Jack Kirby, and he normally knows how to design a character pretty well. So they give Jack Kirby, because anyone remembers, Jack Kirby actually did the cover to Amazing Fantasy 15. But they give Jack Kirby, they say, okay, create Spider-Man's costume. He comes up with all this little bullshit. The guy's got like a weird mask and he's got a spider gun, I guess, that shoots webbings out and stuff. He's got, it just looks real cheesy and stuff. Oh, wow. And he came out with another design. And I know someone, I wish I could find the video of that. There's someone looked at it and it literally looked like his old collaboration partner, Joe Simon. Joe Simon's classic character, The Fly. So Joe Simon had created a character, I guess, in the 50s called The Fly. And Jack Kirby's, which Jack Kirby ended up working on later on. Jack Kirby actually teamed back up. I guess they had, when Captain America was over, because the war was over, so those little books weren't selling on the same level. So they had to go into more superhero fare. And Joe Simon created The Fly, and then Jack Kirby was over there working with him on it. And I guess he had developed some bad habits, or The Fly was still in his system. So when he created Spider-Man, when he created Spider-Man, he made Spider-Man look remarkably like The Fly. And someone pointed it out. I don't think Jack realized it. It was like, dude, you're drawing The Fly with maybe different colors or whatever. And so And Stan said that he saw the designs, and this was one of those rare occasions that Jack just didn't get it. He didn't understand what Stan was trying to get. So Steve Ditko had, young up and coming artist. He was like, "You want to take a shot at it?" Steve was like, "Yeah." Came up with this design with the spider webbing under the arms, all the web, the costume, the big eyes,
Right.
and we had and Stan looked at it and he goes, "Yeah, okay, that works." Okay, now what does that sound like to you? Because just based on what I told you, if that's at least 80% true, Stan Lee already had the idea for Spider-Man, but he had to go to the artist to get it created. And then before Steve Ditko got involved, it was Jack Kirby. But Jack Kirby's design was trash, so then he gave it to Steve. And then Steve came up with what we know as the modern Spider-Man costume.
I got you.
So
I see that. I mean, it's
so you have to give Steve some. It's just like I had an idea what Dark Santana. I was very specific when you drew Dark Santana for the first time,
right?
But boy, you put your little embellishes on it, man, and it just was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I still have the the little message I sent you. Where I could go on and pull it up where I was telling you how he's supposed to look, and you were like, yeah, and but you took it and you did something extra with it, and it was just different. So it was obviously I love what you did with Dark Santana, man. I was like, oh, just blessed it. But I will say Steve Ditko has to get some credit for Spot because obviously, like I said, then they gave Steve Ditko's design to Jack Kirby, and they was like, all right, you got the cover. So then once he knew what the character was supposed to look like, he drew the cover to Amazing Fantasy 15. So that's how the Jack Kirby cover happened on Amazing Fantasy 15.
Got you.
But you had to get Steve Ditko. So obviously Ditko did the interiors,
right?
But Jack did that cover, which was the first thing you saw when you walked in the store. So they didn't have comic stores there. It was actually on the newsstand and stuff. Man, I wish I could go back in time and buy comics like that. Even actually, like I want to go and I'm talking like an old 60s, where they, a newsstand on the streets corner somewhere. The guy selling papers and little magazines and stuff. I'd love to, be able to go and pick up a copy of like Fantastic Four #1 and Amazing Fantasy 15, and then come back and pick up Spider-Man 1, and Tales of Suspense and stuff, like all those, those old, which, the first Hulk appearance, first Thor, what Journey into Mystery, all those, because what Tales of Suspense had the first Iron Man, if I'm not mistaken, and all that. So I would love to be able to actually go in and get that. So
that'd be dope.
Oh, no doubt.
You're right. I mean, you definitely got to give credit for him as well. He, that's the thing, man. It's a cohesive unit. Writer and artist working together, man. Both are necessary. Both are needed to get an awesome.
Eric, let me see. Eric what is that? Whatever. I see you, Eric. Is that Snake Eyes? And yes, that is Snake Eyes. And then Jam Creates, dude, I'm 43 and I used to buy comics from the local candy store when I was. Yes, me too. I mean, I'm just, I just turned 44. So yeah, you used to be able to go. Ethan, it was so funny. Ethan was talking about it on stream the other day where you used to actually be able to go to like the convenience store and they'd have a news rack. And they would have the little spinning rack, which is why, especially, I guess he still has it in his office, but they obviously redecorate. Well, to be fair, when he first started streaming, when I joined this channel, he only had like 3,400 subscribers, and they didn't have his office. His office was actually upstairs. He didn't stream in the basement like he does now, but because anybody that remembers, he's still obviously a lot of those old streams are still up from when Ethan was like doing his drawing tutorials and stuff. But he used to actually stream, and you'd see him in that old before he moved downstairs to the basement because they got they had their little exercise equipment down there as well. But you'd see him in the old office setup that he had, and his little spinning rack would be right, which the spinning rack is down there somewhere, but it used to be in the shots all the time. So Jam creates happy birthday, Antonio. I'll be 44 next week. Well, happy birthday to you. But happy birthday. The spinning rack used to always be, and it always makes me cringe when Ethan pulls the spinning rack out, because Ethan has very valuable comics on there, and he just opens them up and reads them and stuff, and I'll go, oh, that's X-Men #1, and he just pulls it out of the bag and just starts flipping through it like it ain't nothing, and I was like, but I don't, I didn't make $1 million last year, so I guess I can flip. I mean, that's the thing. I saw someone else, and they had a issue. It's a pretty worn issue of Action Comics 1, but they, but it's still, like half the cover was ripped off and stuff. But it was Action Comics 1, and they were just it still has value, is what I'm saying. And they were just sitting there flipping through it like it wasn't no thing. I was like, that's the first appearance of Super. I mean, that book is sold for like $100,000 and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, it's a worn copy, but it's it's a first print. Even a worn copy of the book can still get you a couple $1,000s.
It's crazy.
So I'm sitting there going, they were just like, yeah, well, it's been well loved. And they would just be ripping through it. So,
like, no, what are you doing?
And again, Canoe UAC Team Up presents Antonio and Antonio. Well, you talking about Critias? I was like, I don't know. Oh, is Critias in here? Or is there another Antonio? I don't see him. Hold on. Maybe I'm having a lag in the chat. Is Critias here? Oh, he is. Okay. Okay. Hey, Critias, how you doing? I was like, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, Critias up in here? Critias in the cut? Let's see. Phase 787, man. I just picked up the Storm Shadow A6 sneakers. Oh, I saw those. Okay.
Storm Shadow?
Yeah, they had the little logo thing, the little thing. Man, I had to find that. It was kind of cool. I actually geeked out a little bit. Yeah, they got the snake eyes too. That's why I was saying I saw it. And I was like, yo. I was like, yeah, it's dope, man.
Thank you.
Let me give Critias I'm about to bless Critias with the He-Man sword so he can drop his little links in and stuff. That way, someone might want to pick up a copy of Detective Dead.
Yes.
And then let's see. Critias said, I came for the pound weed. You said something about $7.50. Man. What? I will say business has been good today. I was tripping. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, how are we selling all these comics, man? But I mean, been on Ethan this weekend and hopping on. I was surprised when you hop on because you always so gun shy, man.
No, I'm not. I'm not gun shy. I just pick my times.
Don't bullshit me, man. I know you.
Whatever, dog. Yeah. I ain't gun shy. I ain't got no fear in my heart.
But yeah, man. I'm just saying, you be doing. Man, I was like, man, how many of these books have I backed? I was looking to see what I'd have backed like 13, 14 books, man. I was like,
and good choices, man. Like it's
Let me see what I'm trying to remember what all I backed. I can't remember. Let's see. I hope it'll have it. Oh, okay. Here it is. Okay, so 3 times I backed Cyber Frog.
Nice.
And I backed Tales from the Stacks from my man Dave, Geek Out Loud, and Professor Geek.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought the little triple. They got a triple cover pack, and I bought, because the John Malin and the Kyung Lee. Yeah, I bought that, so I had to get that. Let me see. I backed Red Rooster. Sketch cover for Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb.
Yes.
And let me see. Asgard. Yeah, I got Asgard. Let me see both. Let me see Asgard 0 and Asgard #1 signed and shipped to you. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I got that. Bigfoot Bill.
Yeah.
I didn't get the little sketchbook thing, which let me see. Graveyard Shift.
Nice.
And Lone Star autographed. So I had to get it autographed. And I will say when it came, Mike, it was pristine. It looked real good. I like Mike signed it with like some gold ink. I love that. I'm thinking when we sign, what do you think? Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the colors because I had some silver markers. I was just gonna load up on silver. Get both.
Mm-hmm. Switch them up.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Cool.
And then of course, Jawbreakers Lost Souls. And then man, I keep seeing little stuff from which I keep seeing stuff from Jawbreakers God King. Shit looks dope, man. It looks real dope. So God King is going to be good. But because I had asked him about he had announced he's gonna relaunch, I think maybe next month. Gonna relaunch Jawbreakers Remastered.
Really?
Yeah, he's gonna uh but I mean he's got so many more subscribers. I think when he launched it the first time he had like about 55, 60,000, and now he's got almost 97,000 subscribers.
Nice.
Hey. So yeah, it's a little different.
Definitely in different market now.
Yeah, I mean that's what you see with Brad because I would say that there were a couple times where Ethan was streaming last year, and I was just like, because me and Ethan talked about it. I was going on. So many people had already bought the book, and it really, I was like, it don't make no sense for me to come in if there's someone else that has a new project to promote.
Right.
Why I'll give that seat up because I was going on Ethan, and I mean Ethan's streaming 3 and 4 hours, and I wasn't selling maybe one book, like that. But then, he took a little break because he was drawing Cyberfrog, and that channel got built up so much while he was making all those videos and everything. Mm-hmm. And man, because like last year we were sitting at like 83, 84,000, and now he's sitting at, and then now he's over 113,000. And so I'm sitting there going, that's a nice little jump. So that little 80, that's an extra 30,000 or so people that hadn't oh man, Eric Hubble's Jawbreaker non-fuzzy. There were a couple of print clarity issues. Mm-hmm. There were some print clarity issues.
What Jawbreakers, whatever?
Yeah, with the print file. And I know that drives Richard crazy, so that's why he's releasing it. But I did ask him, I said, is this going to be noted to be a second print? Because that's why I was like, I know some people that bought the first copy might feel a certain type of way. And because there was, and a couple of people pointed out, there was this one part, I saw there was a page where I guess one of the characters, the dialogue was meant for them, but the word box was on the wrong character. And that's what I will say, as I'm working with our font person, I am being very specific on where you know what I'm saying, where the word balloons need to go. So, let's see. KNCG. I went to EVSO streams. He was selling Red Rooster on stream by itself. He definitely was. Yeah, I mean he pushed Red Rooster heavy, but he's obviously he's flown down to Arkansas and met with the Bright Wisers a couple times, and it was it was, well, I mean, they were trying. He's talked about what he was trying to do. They were trying to come up with maybe a different comic book model, a way to maybe get comic books back into retail stores, or I guess like Walmarts and Targets or whatever.
Right.
It was that kind of deal, and you see DC's phasing that out, although it seemed like that was successful for them. Let's see. It just Critias, I wish I was hitting Antonio. Well, Critias, I wish you was hitting my numbers too. I mean, that's the thing. Ain't nobody trying to stop you from getting that bag, player. I want you to get it, man. Get it. But I'm tell you one thing: when we do Way of the Gun, we gonna hit 100,000. I believe that's my personal goal because I feel like we can
Why not?
we got a book that can do 100,000. I was like, we're gonna do let's see, Eric Hutful. Man, I know I'm butchering the shit out of you. Hutfluz. I never found one of the DC Walmart. Well, they had them here. They had them here at our Walmart. But they, they've got a newsstand section. You got to go to they got one little aisle where they got a ton. Critius is Way of the Gun. Yeah, Way of the Gun is the sequel to this. It will pick up directly where this book leaves off. Because the way we end it, there's a lot of setup in this book, but the way we kind of leave it in a critical situation, and then we'll pick up. Yeah, Way of the Gun is definitely going to be the sequel,
Nice.
and
it'll be awesome.
And I've enjoyed when me and Caanan are talking and I get to tell him about the ideas that I have for the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I think I'm starting to think now that I write for Caanan, if that makes sense, because I feel like I'm trying not to bore him. And so I try to come up when I'm coming up with the ideas, I'm trying to come up with things that I think he would be able to interpret. Because even, I've told people, I was like, yeah, he's a beekeeper and stuff, and it doesn't, people find that shit boring, and they look at Caanan's page and they go, wow, that looks really cool. I go, there you go. And I go, yeah. And the sequences that you're about to get into now with the transformation and stuff, I think those are going to be very compelling pages.
It'll be fun, man. To see the transformation and see just a snippet of what Penance can do.
Oh man, he gonna be. I can't wait till we get to Vegas though. That's what I want. I want to get to the Vegas sequence, not only because Ethan's there. It's like it's Ethan and Andrea and Ava. It's like Ethan, Andrea, and Ava, and it's because I know exactly. I described the scene to you. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even though we're not there yet, but I don't want to. I really liked when I was seeing it in my mind.
Keep it a cliffhanger, man.
Yeah, I was just like, well, I think Way of the Gun, the way it ends, I have to see how many, like I said, I definitely want to try to do at least 80. If I could do maybe 80 pages, let's see if I can get it to 80 pages. If I can get it nice and tight in 80 pages, I'll be like, okay, there we go, 80 pages.
Nice.
But let me see. Let's see. Ethan is going to have to auction stuff to pay off his birthday gift to Hunter. I heard them talk. What did he give Hunter? What did he get? A brand new car or something? Probably a car. But hell, Ethan made $1 million last year. He ain't going in the poorhouse.
No, he's not.
Let me see. With Kenyans already business. Let me see this. Pretty. Wait a minute. Are you seeing something different? Because no, not we will definitely we have layouts to brand, but he hasn't. But Caanan's actually going at a fairly decent clip.
Yeah, we're moving. Definitely.
Okay, Jam creates.
Somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, your progress the last 2 weeks I thought has been pretty good. We got a little behind on the colors because he had a family emergency, but I'm hearing that I might get some actual pages tonight because he was going pretty good, and then like I said, although the family member he told me is out of the hospital, which is fantastic. So he's not in the hospital anymore. So yeah, we got a little late. Yeah. I thought I told you that.
No.
I thought I told you. A member of his family was in the hospital, and so he had to take a little small break. But let me go back to answering critics. We got a nice chunk of the book laid out, although Caanan has pretty much drawn all that up. he's gotta come up with the rest of it. But let me go back to answering Jam Creates also. Okay, so this is what I do. When I know how I want the story to be, I write out a full treatment. And I'm talking about how it starts, the important plot points with all the characters, and the end. And I know exactly how Brand will begin, middle, and end. So when I get into 8 Crazy Nights and some of those other stories, I'll need to come up with new treatments, because I need to make sure, because I'll go back and I'll look and I'll go, okay, wait a minute, I didn't do that. Okay, so now I got my treatment, but the treatment's not the script. The treatment is just keeping me apprised. It's just, if anyone read it, it's a summary. It's and I mean, it's maybe 8, 9 paragraphs, maybe about 2 pages, basically different plot points, what happens, this character do this, and then this is how it ends, finish. Bam. So okay, now we got everything done. Okay. Now I go into plot points, because I've already fleshed out all my characters, all their personality, all that stuff. So now when I go into the script, I just start I start doing it Marvel style. And I write, I'll actually write it out in paragraphs. I'll go, okay, pages 1 through 4, because like I'll know when there's a sequence coming up, what I want to happen. So I'll say, okay, I need him to get this taken care of in, say, 4 pages. So I'll give him 4-page count, and then I'll go and I'll write everything that's happening in that 4 pages.
Right.
And I'll be as descriptive as possible. I'll point him to things that he could use for references, because just like when we were writing out, let me see, because I don't want to show this, because I got the full script, and I made the mistake of, even though I just barely showed it, I showed the script a couple months ago, and some
Lost you, Antonio. So you're clipping out, I think.
And
You're clipping out, man. Like, at least on my end. I'm not sure if they can hear you, but
can y'all hear me? What about you, Caanan?
No, Caanan, yeah, you were clipping out at first. You're good.
Okay, but you can hear me now?
I can hear you fine now, yeah.
Okay. I'm saying I had Caanan hacked Antonio's dream. Okay, what I was saying is, yeah, I made a mistake of showing. Well, it was actually only half the script. It was only the first 20 pages of the script, and I was like, yeah, I was doing my, hey, what's going on in everybody? It's Antonio from Ikari Press. I did my video, and I was just talking about writing, because everybody kept asking me about writing. And I was like, well, I actually have the script here. And I ran the whole thing. And then I mean, the video was probably only about 10, 15 minutes, but someone took that clip. And I mean, the amount of time, and I got a little annoyed when I found out this person did this, because I was like, the amount of time this person took, he screen captured my entire script and did a YouTube video on it. Yes, and I was like, okay. I was like, well, I mean, I did do it, but because everybody kept asking me about it. But now, are we gone again? I'm like, can you hear me? Okay, because I'm getting the F in the chat, like I'm breaking up again. I was like, wait a minute, no. Okay, because Retrographics says I'm good, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, basically, I do it once I get my summary. I do Marvel method. And that lets Caanan do what he does.
I like that method too. It's
yeah. And I talked about doing that with Elliot, but Elliot, he wants a more structured script. So I don't know. I found I was very productive like that because it really allowed me to give my little points and how certain things wanted that thing.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Mortal V. I wanted to take that clip of Ben saying F you Nasser on yesterday's Cecil stream and then edit it in other names that have been cuss out all the comments gate. Oh wow. Okay, I must admit. Oh, so was that on the after show? Because I was going to bed. I was tired because Ellie was like, "Are you gonna hop on?" I was like, "Man, I'm tired. I took my ass to bed." Yeah, Cecil sent that link out, and I was like, "Yo, I was tired, man. I wasn't gonna do that. Let me." All right, so looks like your piece is completed, Mr. White.
Yes, it is, Mr. Grace.
All right, so let me.
It's huge. I figure out why it's. Change the size. Saving.
But that is a fantastic Snake Eyes. I'm surprised you're not actually. I'm surprised you're not actually drawing GI Joe because they could use you over at IDW.
Yo, Joe.
Zay Comics. I think you can write faster like that. I write kind of in between Marvel and full script. Well, in certain sections where I know I've got to have certain things, but like I said, when I know certain things have to happen because of what I've planned, I put very strict detail in there. But the rest of it, I'll be like, yeah, just make this is the mood, this is what's going on, blah blah blah, and then I'll do that. So, retrographics. Let's see, man, IDW is a shit show. I agree, but I think they can fix it, and yeah, so yeah, they can fix it. Well, all right, Mr. White. I believe we have killed the game for the day.
What's up?
I think we can let all these fine folks go on about their business and you can go kick it with your family and
yes.
And
It's Sunday.
Yeah, and I can go get me a little something to eat.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody that's interested in going to check out Caanan's channel, which he needs to put more content on, his channel is one on my featured channels list. So just click on my channel and then go to my channel section. You can see Caanan's channel right there. You can also see Elliot Fernandez and a couple of my other buddies, Blurred Without Fear. My man Ernie. Yeah. Shout out to him. We got to go back on Ernie because he was saying we could come back on. Maybe I'd like to do it because we did it so early. We need to do maybe a later stream.
That's fine.
When where we can get a little bit more of that prime time audience. Yeah, but definitely check out Caanan's channel because there is stuff there. It's just that he needs to update it. But
yeah, if you like process videos and time-lapse videos, it has that on it, and also a couple of live streams. But yeah, most of my at least for right now, my when I do load it with more content, Antonio, it'll be definitely process stuff and probably commentary over some of the things I do. So
yeah, I got to be honest for you. If I'm building your channel, it's you need to do it like the way Ethan was doing it. You're like, this is me drawing Captain America, and because that's good search material, if that makes sense.
Right.
So I'm talking like 10 minutes, Captain America drawing it. 10 minutes drawing Star-Lord, 10 minutes drawing the Hulk. That's how you build it because that'll give you very good key search title words. You know what I'm saying? So you're letting the algorithm know what your content is. It's like, oh, this is me drawing Batman. This is me drawing the Joker. And just keep the videos like 10 minutes long and just run your mouth a little bit while you do it. Time lapse, boom, and you're done. This is me drawing the Black Panther. If they got a hot movie out right now, like say Suicide Squad, oh, this is me drawing blah 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 from the Suicide Squad. That's how you get the algorithm to show your videos. But you gotta work it like that. But that's what I would do with you. You know, that kind of lets you be alone and just do your, I'm just saying, I mean, you just doing your thing, and then you can just cut the video up and chop it the way you need to do it.
The crowd, he's making me sound like I'm Howard Hughes or something.
Bro, you know you're a recluse, man. That's that's what it is. I'm just saying, I love you.
I ain't going tonight. I accept my recluse.
I'm just saying, okay, so like let's look at you. You've had your channel up for a while. Elliot had his channel up for a while. And Elliot had just given up on his channel, wasn't using it, right? I gave the same talk to Elliot that I gave to you. Elliot got to work on his, and all of a sudden he got monetized. You see, Elliot's able to get super chats and stuff. It'd be nice. You know, we could do this over on your channel, but you don't have no audience on your channel. And I'm like, if we're gonna do these streams, I might as well get some money out of it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm like, somebody gotta get paid. Yes. But that's all I'm saying. And you know I love how much do I'm always, you know, Caanan, I want you to win. You know that. I say that all the time. I want you to win. I want you to be successful.
And I believe it.
So that's what this is. But yeah, definitely create content. You know, that is you know, I want you to have good content. But let me see. Oh, okay. Mortal V says maybe see if your kids are up for recording their drawings as they are done too for more content. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. You know,
yeah,
y'all can draw something.
Have them do critiques too. They're actually
fun. No, but like say let's say okay, me and my son are gonna both draw Captain America, and then you show his, you show yours, you know, that kind of. We're both drawing Thanos.
Have our own draw off.
Yeah, and I mean it's stuff like that, man. That's creating content because you know that's why you know it took me a long time to figure out how to do content for my video. That's why I stopped. I would do a couple weeks and I'd be like, okay, I'll do maybe 2 videos this week, and then 3 weeks would go by and I didn't do a video. And then you know Ethan had a talk with me like right when he first had me on, and he was telling me about how he built his channel, and I just man, I was like, he said, constant content every day. He said, if you do miss a day, come back. Like I put up like 3 videos today. I was like, so because I was like, I've been out here hustling, man. So I was like, I'm trying to do things to you know, do that kind of content. So, but yeah, father son draw off, any of that kind of stuff. But yeah. All right, well let's get it because I'm making chicken and dumplings tonight. So, all right, so I'm gonna make me some chicken and dumplings. Yes. And again, if anybody wants to check out Caanan's channel, he is on my featured channels list. Of course, we are brothers and we follow each other on Twitter and Instagram and all that. But please give off your social media so everyone can find you. And all.
You can find me on Facebook at The Art of Caanan White, and I'll have all my art there. You can look me up on Instagram at Caanan02, and that usually has my latest stuff. Or you can also look me up on Twitter if you just want to get at me and say what's up or something. I post art there too, and then also my YouTube channel, as Antonio mentioned, which is also The Art of Caanan White, which has like time-lapse videos and process videos and a couple of live streams, and it's going to be more than that. I'm going to build more content because I listen.
Yes. All right. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. So I'm going to wrap this video up. And if you want to reach out to me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on this YouTube channel. Everywhere is at Ikari Press. And if you type in ikaripress.com, it will take you directly to my Indiegogo campaign for my comic book series brand with the phenomenal Caanan White. We're on Teespring. We're on Amazon.com. The links to those are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out.
Peace.